Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to. I was about to say Chelsea Fan TV. I'm still stuck on the watch along vibe. Welcome back to my personal channel. Welcome back to another video for you guys today. I need to remember whose channel I'm on, but big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button while you guys are on your way into the stream today. And if you guys are new, yes, please hit that subscribe button because we are just under 50 subs away from the magical 23k. It's literally been months since we've hit another K. Like, this has been a massive crawl. So if you guys haven't done so already, smash the subscribe button. Make my day. Would massively appreciate it if we hit 23k before the end of this stream. So smash the like and subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. Just like Armando Bro has smashed the ball into the back of the Bournemouth net. As we're going to be talking about all things Bournemouth-Chelsea. We're going to be talking about all the transfer news coming out today, even though it is just about one or two pieces of news. And I'll also be asking any of your questions. We'll get the rest of you guys in as well. I'll put the StreamYard link in the chat later on too. And we're just going to talk Chelsea for the next hour and a half, the same way we always do. Daily streams, well, semi-daily streams. I do think I've missed a few days in the last week. But the news has been a bit dry. We have these days where we get inundated with a bunch of different rumors and there's plenty of things to talk about, and then you get days like this where, I mean, we just got the Kounde deal, which is continuing to progress, which of course we're all happy to see as well. The fees looking amazing too, and we're going to delve into that later on in the show as well. But we have over 200 of you guys locked in already, 3 minutes in. Big up every single one of you guys, and smash the like and subscribe button again. Josh, first off, how's the night been, and did you enjoy the Bournemouth-Chelsea performance? Because other than the first half, second half was decent at the very least because we had some decent moments there. But the first half, dreadful football. But it is what it is. What are you telling me anyway?
Yeah, no, doing well. No, it was fun to just get to see Chelsea football on the pitch again. It was nice just to get to watch a game. Yeah, interesting couple of halves. The first half, sort of business as usual from last season, as long as as long as the formation goes. Some interesting players in some interesting positions. I thought Lewis Baker, hats off to him playing center back. I did not. That was probably the biggest shock of the lineup for me to see him playing at the center back position. But as Jester has said many times, our center back is a ball progressing player, and Lewis Baker did that just fine yesterday. And he played some really good.
Is that the first time we've seen him play centre back?
I think so. Yeah,
he's usually been a centre mid for us.
Yeah, he's been a midfielder for the most of his career. I've never seen him play center back, so that was the shocker of me from the lineup yesterday. But I thought he did really, really well there. Danny Drinkwater, played really well as a holding midfielder yesterday. I thought he distributed the ball. The ball really well, passed the ball really well. Looked like he was in pretty good shape for this point of
big up Euro expert as well, my G. I see you in the comment section, bro. Go on.
And I thought Callum was very bright, was getting himself into some really good positions. And of course, old Pappy showed himself again yesterday with some huge misses. But other than that, yeah, the first half, like you said, was pretty dead. The second half, we got to actually get a bit of entertaining football, big formation change. I thought the one guy who played the full 90, Conor Gallagher, did not do himself any justice yesterday. He was really poor, I think, in both halves, to be honest. But when they asked him to play a lone midfield position, he was very, very poor.
Yeah, there was a lot of rash fouls from Connor in that second half. Like, I won't criticize him too much because I was already saying the guy should be going out on loan this season. Yeah. I don't think he should be kept as one of the squad players. But it's like this game just confirmed it for me. He didn't really look that confident. Like, he's energetic, fair enough. Like, when people say he's got Mason Mount's work ethic, I do see that in his play. But the technical ability and the composure just doesn't seem there. And I think that's something that he's going to need to develop. So for me, again, another loan spell would be perfect for him.
Yeah, I think he sealed that fate for sure. I mean, in fairness to him, I think playing as a lone defensive midfielder was something that he's not used to doing, and he showed that. But yeah, I mean, Armando Broja was, I thought, sensational yesterday. The way he played, some of his hold-up play, the getting in position, his goal, obviously. Baba Rahman gets a shout from me from his play up the left wing. I thought he was looked really good attacking. Yeah, a little iffy, couple bad touches, but
You saw the horrendous touches. Good,
they
good.
took a couple really poor touches, but I thought Pulisic had a couple bad touches as well, so I'll give it to him as well. But his cross into the box for the goal was sensational. And then aside from that, not a lot in the second half. The two forwards, were good for me. Loftus and Ross, I thought were average, but I chalked that mostly up to just playing 45. Coming in second half, just playing 45 minutes. Wasn't much they were going to be able to do. But aside from that, was just fun to watch get a win. Hear the Chelsea fans singing "Champions of Europe" all night was great. But yeah, good.
Got a new Kai Havertz chant apparently as well, which is nice.
Yep.
I actually didn't hear it getting chanted though.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either. The fans were class though. I heard they sang for everybody. They sang loud. They sang all game.
And everything. They were on top. Really.
Phil Nevin, I think they did for Phil Nevin.
But did you see what Bournemouth chanted?
Yeah, I think he was spotting chants in the second half apparently.
Yeah.
Jamie, I did see you as well saying real fans go to Bournemouth. I can't lie, I'm glad I didn't go to Bournemouth. After half time, I was like, thank the Lord I missed this one. But at least you got to see a win. I'll see you for Chelsea Tottenham next week. Hopefully the game's a bit more entertaining. But yeah, Danny Drinkwater, I wanted to go back and just start talking about him for a little bit because it's 2021 and we are genuinely talking about a potential Danny Drinkwater remontada on the cards. And I'm not sitting here saying bring him back as a starter or anything like that. I'm saying when we need more squad players for the season, especially with extended games that we're going to have compared to last season, he might be a decent player to keep for the final year of his contract. Like, he's going to be gone at the end of the season, and we finally won't have to be paying him 120k a week. But if he's going to have performances like that, I mean, it'd be worth him actually earning his cash a little bit. And he played really well. Like, the passing ranges from him were really good. I don't want to take too much into account because it is pre-season. Like, if we take players based on pre-season, then Ross Barkley is the next big thing for us, still at the age of, 24 years old. But the performance that he had anyway still looked really good anyway. And we're talking about depth, especially with Billy Gilmour going out on loan for the season. We are probably going to be getting another midfielder in. I wouldn't mind keeping him on the fringes of the squad. Because I don't see us loaning him out to anyone semi-decent anyway, and he's going to be on our books. So we might as well just keep him within the squad, in my opinion.
Yeah, do you know Drinkwater, though? I was going to say, literally, with Drinkwater, if he keeps Rice out for like 18 million, I'm all for like keeping Drinkwater for another season. Because like if we just have him as that midfield and Rice just stays away, that's just going to benefit Chelsea, I would say, for the 80 million. And then we can maybe still concentrate on that striker we need. But yeah,
I'm just still saying we go get a DM for a cheaper price. So we could still keep Drinkwater around the squad anyway. I don't mind if he's going to have performances like that whenever we bring him on.
The first 3 games we've played this summer, and I think it's 3, or was it 2?
2 in an inner squad.
Okay, 2 in an inner squad. So that was for a couple of things. To bring in those that have been on loan, to see what they're all about. And it's also to give other teams who are interested in these players possibly a look at what the players can bring. So that's why Drinkwater is out there. And it's great that he did well because a team will look at it and say, hey, we can use this guy. And he'll go out on loan. He's not sticking with the squad. Conor Gallagher is a tale of two halves for him. First half, pretty good because he's not a holding DM. He's more of a Kovacic type player, advance the ball, can play, has defensive capabilities, but you don't want him sitting back there holding the whole time because he'll get caught on the ball eventually, and that's what happened. So the person who dropped and shored up the second half was Ruben.
Yep.
Ruben dropped deeper because it was in the second half. It was Connor and Barkley. Barkley was the deepest other midfielder on the pitch, and Barkley is inept at that position.
Inept's full stop.
So Connor didn't have any support or anybody to lay the ball off to because Barkley went every time he should have stayed. So once Ruben dropped back with Connor, then Ruben started running the show, and it was all a lot prettier. So I think Ruben, even though he wasn't great, probably did the best for himself out of the midfield. And with Kounde coming in, I think that's curtains for Sterling. I really do, because you'll have Dave, Kounde, and James that all three can play all those positions on the right side or center back, right wing back. So I think that's the end for Sterling. So you're looking at a two-way player like Loftus, who can play deeper as a center midfielder or further forward as an attacking forward or an attacking mid. So I thought he had no chance. I think he might have the best chance at this point. So
yeah, Barkley's sort of a one-trick pony.
Yeah, Ruben, for me, Broja is a given. He stamped his place. I mean, I didn't know the dude had that much pace.
His hold-up play was really good as well.
Yeah, it really was.
So he's good standing and he's good at pace as well. Like he was very. I know he was coming off as a substitute as well, but he did nothing but show a lot of promise in the last 30 minutes of the game, and the finish as well was nice too. It's a perfect icing on the cake moment for him too. But I'm not even just looking at it based on the fact that he scored. Like his overall performance was very good. Like his dribbling was pretty decent, especially under pressure too. I'm not going to say it was amazing, but he looked really good. Rapid, good hold-up play, and looked very composed too. Like everything was great from him in that game, especially after the first half Tammy Abraham had, because that was a horrendous first half from him.
Right, and when I say Broja play, when I say Broja play, this is what I think. You know, when I hear Tammy stands talk about Tammy that's what Broja showed.
Oh, there's still Tammy stands anymore.
There's always everybody's there's an agenda everywhere.
But you know the thing with Tammy,
I was dealing with them this morning.
Yeah. So he's fast. He's faster than Tammy. Has better hold up than Tammy. Probably a better shooter of the ball from distance than Tammy. Better hold up play. Better link up play. Better heading. So this is why Tammy's
better everything.
Yeah, this is why Tammy is going someplace else.
Yeah, last night I really realized that he we got it. Like this is the reason why we're struggling. Like we should have killed the game off. We stick with a Tammy. We're gonna be like struggling with these lower league teams until like the 80th, 78th minute when we could just kill.
Mad Crofty's saying Tammy out in the comment section. Wow, he's really lost everybody.
He should have had 3 goals, Lewis. He had
Go
3
ahead,
legit shots at goal
right now.
He's just out there robbing ZH of assists, man.
You know, with Tammy, like when he first started at Chelsea, you know when Tammy first started at Chelsea, he had 16 goals. He just seems to get worse and worse and worse. Like this season, it's like he might get even worse. So
no, I feel like it's been the same Tammy, because like even in that season, I think he had more missed chances than Werner had last season. I don't recall the stats, or it was somewhere very close. And regardless of that, anyway, we know like Tammy had 3 league goals from November to what was his name, July at the end of that season. He got about 7 goals in 3 games.
Even Ugbo looked better than Tammy.
He did, and he looks physically better. He looks physically better too. He
looks like he's you could play him as an inside forward. I don't know about him playing an out and out striker role, but he looked a lot more sturdy on his feet, and he looked more threatening. Of course, I only saw the last 10 minutes of the first half. I had a meeting, work. You got to pay the bills. But I did see the Ziyech dink to Tammy that he headed over. I guess he's too tall to head the ball. I don't know.
He also laid him on a good like slip of like a little through ball,
Yeah. Pulisic put him on a plate too, and he hit the ball across the goal, which is like, I mean, it was just poor from him. I thought Broja, like Tuchel did say after the game that he played Broja and Ugbo together because he thinks they fit better in a 2-striker system, which probably at their age they do. But I thought they both took their chances, which is all you're asking your strikers to do when they get an opportunity, is to take your chance and score a goal. And they both did that. I mean, the goal from Ugbo, the header on the set piece, that's a big man's goal. That's like that's not an easy feat for a striker to that's what you're asking them to do, is to get in there, get dirty, get grimy, and get a goal. And he did that.
I love this. I love the agendas, because Crofty's he switched gears to Cho. How do you give man of the match in a preseason for a half? Come on, man. You got to do better than for a half.
Cho was good yesterday, though.
He's played wing back. What does that tell you?
He
might be playing as wing back for next season, and to be honest, he looked really good in that position.
What does that tell you?
What? Well, because Pulisic was playing on the left. He's saying Pulisic.
No, I'm saying that he doesn't see him as an option, as the first four options for that attacking position.
I don't even think that's what it is. I think they were just this preseason, so we don't have everybody there yet, you know.
Yeah, so Tammy did miss more big chances in 1920 than Werner did last season. J-Ball, who was asking.
I didn't say he wasn't good. See, that's where everybody likes to build off of what I said. I didn't say he was bad. I said he was playing wing back. If you're a Cho stan, do you want Cho at wing back, or do you want him on the left forward position?
Yo, you know what's crazy? Like I don't mind him at wing back.
He looked really good in that position.
Yeah, I don't.
And you get the best out of him too, because he's always isolating a defender in that position.
Right, because he's a winger more than a wing back. And
I know, but that's why it works when you're playing an attacking five at the back formation.
Well, again, that's fine, but we're talking the left attacking position might be dead to Callum on this team, because you have Mason Mount, you have Werner, you have Pulisic.
Why is it dead? Reece wasn't there, so Callum had to play right wing back.
Myron will get to
that. That makes his point even more, because Callum won't play if Reece is there.
He won't play right wing back if Reece is there, but that doesn't mean he will play left wing or something if Reece is there. You move players, because there's no point in playing him left wing and not having a right wing back to play in that game.
Well, Sterling was there.
Just before you say that, Myron's saying excited for Ruben. Hope to see him play a role. We will get to Ruben Loftus-Cheek later on the stream as well, but it's looking a bit more promising too, especially if we get more performances like that against Arsenal in games.
I'm not gonna lie. The way Pulisic was looking, I think he was just coming off his vacation, enjoying it with the bros. But I would rather have Cho there. Cho was looking way more threatening last night than Pulisic.
Well, fam, it's one season game against Bournemouth. You don't.
I know. I'm saying though, Cho looks.
Pulisic had a okay game, but it's expected for a preseason game.
No, I know. I'm just saying, if Pulisic is not performing, we could definitely easily put Cho there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying now.
I agree. Definitely.
Again, you have Mount and Werner there as well.
I don't think Cho is stuck on the right wing back role.
Yeah, he's so flexible.
He's versatile enough to move around, and that he should be. Like, why should he only play in the left wing role? He's not. He's 20. You should be able to play in different roles. I think now we're so stuck in, because he plays best at the left forward or a left wing role. That's where he should only play so he can have a good game. As a player, you have to play what's best for the team, and the team needed him to play as a right wing back, and that's where he's going to play.
I think you guys are delusional a little bit, because you just compare him to one person. There are two other players in that left-sided attack. Mason Mount, which when Johnny shows up, he'll tell you that nobody's going to beat Mason Mount out of that position.
Johnny's not the manager, though, just to let you know. Carry on.
Well, yeah, but we have seen that the manager loves Mason Mount.
Let me finish. And then you have Timo Werner as well in that position.
And the manager loves him as well.
The thing about yesterday was we were playing more like with width, in a way. Like, you know what I mean? It's like when we play like with a Mason Mount or Werner, they're more like in the
narrow, yeah,
they're more narrow. Like, you feel me?
They're left forward, right forward, so not like an actual winger, like out wide.
More like inverted.
That's why you have other different players, because they play a position, the same position as another player, completely different. And that's the coach's job, to put those players in the right positions to function as a team to win. Okay, so again, all I'm saying is Callum has 3 people to beat out on the left side. There's a reason he played right wing back, because maybe he has more chance to play at right wing back than left-sided attack this year.
And he does.
And if that's the case,
so you think there's nothing to do with the fact that there's no other right wing back who could play?
There was Zappacosta was there. You had Sterling that was there.
Zappacosta's not staying in the team though.
But of course, the minutes are going to be prioritized to team players that are going to be actually part of the squad. They're not
Okay.
going to be
What I'm saying
prioritized
is
to players
this:
return.
And he's saying he can be a part of the squad as a right wing back.
Say that one more time.
Develops himself as a right wing back. He has 3 spots that he can possibly play as a young player. We know injuries happen. We know form differs. So this gives them more opportunity to play in most games. Because you're right. If he's competing for the right attacking mid or the left attacking mid, you have to compete with Mount, Werner, Pulisic, and possibly Havertz and Ziyech in those roles. Now, if you get yourself able to play as a right wing back, if all those players are having good periods and they're all starting, or Mount starting and Pulisic is having a good period, you can still fit in as a right wing back. It gives you more chance to play. If you can only play as a left forward, you're fucked. Because if Pulisic is having a fantastic run where he's scoring goal after goal, you're not going to bench him. If Werner is, in good form where he's scoring goal after goal, you're not going to bench him. You don't want to be stuck in one position. So fans who are kind of irate that he's playing right wing back and upset about that, you should be happy because he's developing his team more.
Yeah, because for me, he's succeeding there. Like he's playing really well in that position, so I'm all for it.
Are you on the wing back?
But
that's his position in this team is right wing back.
And let me make a point.
If you're fine with that, that's great. Just know that Azpilicueta and Reece James, and you can even play Kounde as well in that position. All I'm saying is he's gonna have to show something that he hasn't shown yet. And that's 3 different managers that have not favored him above anybody else. So at a certain point, it can't be the managers; it has to be the player. So whatever he's doing or not doing.
So Jester, that's the point you were trying to get at in terms of you saying that obviously he has to beat out certain players. He's not necessarily going to play in the position that most of us are wanting him to play. So at the end of the day, if he doesn't get into this team, you're saying it's on the player, not on the managers.
Correct.
Okay. I think what people forget here in these types of situations, right? Preseason aren't always like key. It doesn't always tell you exactly what the manager's planning to do. I think in this circumstances, being at the game, I was frankly surprised that he was playing at right wing back. But then when I looked at the team sheet, and I was like, oh, this makes sense because based on the plays that we have available, you always want him to get minutes. He's not going to necessarily say, Pulisic, you play on the right, because we already know how Pulisic is on there. The one that does a better job and is more versatile in that situation would be Hudson-Odoi. I think no one can say what you're saying can never happen, but I think to say that, his ability to play on the left is pretty much dead and gone. I think that's the point that I would be much more reluctant to agree with. But besides that, I think you make a fair argument, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, and again, right wing back minutes do not help him as a left forward because it's totally different skill set.
That's such a false statement.
That's not a false statement.
It might. It's about building trust, right? You see how with Mason Mount, how Tutu trusts him, right? Tutu play him as a 6 instead of bringing Gilmore on. Tutu play him right wing, left wing, whatever. It's all about trust. If Tutu trusts him and he's putting in better performances at right wing, attacking wise, he might get a chance, playing in that role over certain players, especially if Reece is also playing well. See, that's the whole thing. If Reece is in excellent form and Callum is in excellent form attacking wise, changes will be made in that.
And I don't think
get Callum in the team, but it's all for him. I think it's just all about building trust. Like once the manager trusts him, he'll get more opportunities playing in different roles. You know what I mean? Like,
you think the manager still doesn't trust him?
No, definitely not.
I don't know. I feel like this preseason would have changed things because we were hearing a lot of positive comments about Hudson-Odoi over the last
it's
few weeks.
really a propaganda.
Yeah, I'm not taking that off one preseason game that the manager trusts him, like, because for a fact, like.
No, but I also wouldn't say that he doesn't trust him. I feel like you're just in a middle ground right now.
He trusts him, but he trusts 6 other players more. And listen, his stance seemed to think that playing right wing back is an insult. It's not. It's good for him. He plays good there. Why change it? And he's in no position to make demands and say to Tuchel, yeah, I don't want this right wing back thing anymore. Nah, man, you sit your ass down and play at right wing back. So.
Yo,
Hollick being fired.
You know the thing.
Do you know what the thing? Oh, sorry, Chris, you go for it first, bro. You've been.
No, I was gonna say, when he plays right wing back, he's not really playing right wing back against the lower teams. He's playing right wing. He's always pushing up anyway, so he's up in the attack a lot. He won't be used for the big games like where he has to defend. It would be like someone like Reece James or something like that, so who can defend. So I don't think it's really a worry to Hudson-Odoi's like creative side of him.
Yeah, he won't get his touches.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If Hudson-Odoi is so creative on that side, right? Let's say, because people are complaining about, is Reece going to get a chance? What's going to happen with him competing with Reece or competing with this player or that player or that player? What I mean by trust is if he trusts his attacking ability, right, he will get those chances that you want. If Pulisic isn't playing well, or if he's injured, if Werner isn't playing well, then you get those chances because the manager trusts you. You know what I'm saying? I keep using Mount as the example because we've seen him play in positions that we don't even want him to play in. You've seen players on the bench who are center mids and Tuchel's size. I'll play him as a 6, and we're all enraged. Why is he playing him there? And I'm like, well, because he trusts what he can do. He doesn't trust this kid yet that he can give him 90 minutes. He could be wrong or right, but I know why he's making that decision. It's just based on trust. Why he makes a decision to play him right attacking mid time and time over when you have Ziyech. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just if he performs at right wing back, he can work his way into those positions because the manager is going to trust him more. And right now, he doesn't know 100% what he's going to get from Callum.
Daniel,
we should just let this one go, I guess.
The thing for me when it comes to like the whole creative side of the game and its appreciation is, unfortunately, we live in a time where I think we're very bad at appreciating those types of players because they're only as good as the people that finish the chances for them, because otherwise it's not going to be on their assist. So the way people look at football nowadays is unfortunately not in favor of creative players. So when I look at someone like Cho, I know that he's not just a creative player. I actually think he's a goal threat too. So when Hollick is saying it's not an insult to play at right wing back, it's not that it's an insult. It's that it's not necessarily always playing towards his best attributes. And that's the unfortunate situation. It does limit him to more of a creative role. And I think that's what the issue is. The role in itself, the way we play as a team, requires him to just be a creative outlet and be someone that probably beats players, but not necessarily someone that is the end of chances all the time. And I think that is a big difference for me. And I want Joe to be appreciated.
Yeah, and he's a better
creator. Isn't that where we want him playing?
Say again?
He's a better creator than finisher, Mo.
Yeah, isn't that where we prefer him to be playing?
So for me, I think he's a bit of both. I think he's a player that can do both. And you guys can disagree all you want, but for me, the attributes I do see in him show me that he can do both. And I can see him doing it more comfortably and more effectively on the left, which is why I have this agenda of saying I would love to play him on the left. But the fact of the matter is, I think
money, yo.
What Jester is saying, I think, is a great point, though. Like, I think you have to beat out the competition you have. You can't just be given the position based on merit. You have to be better than the players that you've got against you in those positions to be the guy that is relied upon and trusted to do so, like Daniel was saying. So at the end of the day, I think that's what it comes down to. Unfortunately, we live in a time where people try to box in players or pigeonhole players into certain categories. And unfortunately, people become terrible at appreciating players for what they bring to the team. And it's the same sort of argument I end up having to have about Timo Werner as well, because people tell me, well, he brings nothing to the team, so why is he even in the team? We should sell him. And I'm like, fam, are you not watching the same thing I am? Because I do see what he brings to the team.
Timo, you would admit, like, sometimes you have to do what's best for your team, even though it doesn't all your best attributes aren't showing, right? Like Gareth Bale had to play left back and wing back for like 3 seasons at Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't always playing as a right.
I just don't understand. I don't understand what anybody can tell me that Callum does better than the people we have in those positions right now. Give me one thing he does better than Werner.
He's better at taking on.
I think he drives the ball into the box better than all of them.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Better than Pulisic?
I think statistically he does.
No.
I think he can.
There's a debate. But I swear statistically, I think he's the best Chelsea player at driving the ball into the box.
He's not as pleasing to the eye as Pulisic, but he's.
Man. Callum is aesthetically pleasing, bro.
No, it's not like Pulisic.
He's not a Tammy, man.
Listen,
on that day, it could be either.
What they can do better doesn't matter. It's just effectiveness. Like Werner, the way Werner plays is completely different to the way Callum will play.
Yeah, Jake, send me the graphic if you have it.
Are you effective in whatever it is that you do best? You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it is. But more importantly, why are we so stuck on really, really young players having a permanent position at this age? Like, how can a 20-year-old not being able to play?
Earn it, Daniel. All these young players have got to earn their right. Adoy's playing because of his contract.
And the most odd thing is he's playing well there. He's playing well.
He plays well.
So why are people complaining?
He's not a right wing back. Let's get it straight. Defensively, he'll never be a wing back.
Give me a sec, guys. Michael Smith saying Callum Hudson-Odoi has 3 Premier League goals in his whole Chelsea career. I don't see the hype this boy gets saying he should be starting more. I get what you're saying in terms of goals. Like, he isn't really a goal scorer like that. But same way, like everyone's saying about how Pulisic's usually been playing on the left-hand side. We haven't really seen Hudson-Odoi play on the left-hand side as regularly either. And when you play him at left wing, I think you get more of an end product of him. Because when he cuts inside onto his stronger right foot, which you don't really see when he's at right wing back. But at right wing back, you can still utilize his ability to take on players 1v1, which is why he still works in that position. The end product isn't going to be there as much when he's playing on the right.
If we have is cut inside and with his right foot. He doesn't have a left foot.
No, I wouldn't say that because we haven't seen him play at left wing enough to have that belief.
And then that's what he has. That's his go-to move. You can always see him going back to the right foot. All you have to do as a defender is shade his right foot and force him to go left and make him
appreciate the donation.
That's a lie because he hit a outside of the left pass.
Okay, one or two does not make you proficient with that foot.
Hold on. Can I say something? You say at right wing back, he's not a right wing back, but he sometimes brings better attributes than Reece James does in terms of when we're playing against a team like a low block and you need us to get at that defender and you need us to take him on. I would prefer rather Cho playing say against a Crystal Palace.
I agree. It depends on the opposition.
Yeah, that's what
I said, Daniel.
So he has his uses, bro. This is the Tuchel system where we need players to be fluid and play multiple positions because he himself is a very fluid tactical manager.
But Shabby, we've seen Cho at his best. The best I've seen Cho since his injury.
I'm not saying I'm not saying
Everton. Was against Everton.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's stuck to right wing back, but he brings us a lot of positives in certain cases.
He acts like Cho is Robin, where he can only play in one place. Like he's not a 27-year-old who's developed his game to only play off the left. He can develop his game a lot more. Like he's only 20. So him playing off the right or people saying, oh, he's not this, he's not a right wing back, or he's not a right forward or this or that. He can become that. Like he's 20 years old. There are developments in his game that he
needs to come fast because he can get left behind. It's better to send him out on loan to let him play his best position on loan, get better at that position, and come back and get a starting position.
Well, you're talking
playing other positions that don't.
Pulisic is consistent. You're talking as if we don't have an injury-prone Pulisic, and he's consistent. You're talking as if Pulisic is there, available every time. Like Cho, I understand Pulisic on form is starting most of the time, but if he's not, Cho is a great backup to have.
How many?
He doesn't want to be.
And Werner is the greatest out of all of them.
This is pointless because you all just want to sit here and say, "Oh no, he could be a good backup. He could be a good backup. He could be a good backup." You're not going to be better as a backup.
I'm not saying even as a back, but I'm saying if we don't have anybody to put there when Pulisic is injured, we have Cho. Cho could be playing right wing back.
You have Mount and Werner there.
But how could you get better as a backup? Foden got better playing like 7 games in the league for 3 years.
Well, I think the main thing here is he's like third or fourth on the depth chart at both those positions. So that's where we're running into a problem. Is like he's not even a backup really. He's a third or fourth option at left wing and at right wing back. So I mean, it's a weird thing to argue.
At wing back,
it's not
he's
like
the third. What?
No, he's not. He's like second.
No, what?
No,
he's behind James. He's behind Asby, and he's going to be behind Kounde.
No,
Kounde doesn't play right wing back. He's never
won't play that much this season. He's getting way too old.
He'll be third at right wing back.
Kounde can play right wing back easily.
Kounde won't play wing back. He plays centre back of the three.
Terrible things will happen before Kounde plays right wing back.
Yeah, we don't want him at right wing back, man.
Oh,
Come on, man.
I'm telling you, he can play right wing back.
He can play right back.
Has Kounde ever played wing back?
One at a time.
He's played right back for France in the Euro.
Yeah, but being a right back and being a wing back are two different things, man.
He's atrocious at that position.
I expect the wing back to bump up and down and score goals and assists, bro. Like
he was terrible at the right back. He was terrible at the right back.
Hudson-Odoi, and if he's at his best at left wing or right wing back, or if he's good enough to play for the squad in either position.
He's good enough to play in the squad for either position. His best position is on the left, in the front three. And at the end of the day, right, he's a Cobham boy. You've got to back him. The bottom line is he's full of talent, but he's still yet to deliver on a consistent basis. Cho has got an opportunity this season. And at the end of the day, no matter what player you are, where you're from, whether you bought for 100 million, whether you cost nothing, or you come from the academy, you have to earn your right to play in that Chelsea's first team.
Exactly.
And Cho has earned that right. Yeah, he's got minerals.
Yeah.
Is he gonna play over? Is he gonna play over Mount, Johnny?
Not right now.
No one's.
Yeah, there you go. I told you he'd say that. Just so you know, I told you he would say that.
Yeah, but that's an obvious. That's a given.
That's objectively true.
No, but the reason why it's a debate though is because like right wing back, he's going to have plenty of guys he's competing with. We're talking about Reece James, talking about Azpilicueta, we're talking about potentially Kounde as well. If he's playing at left forward, he's competing with your boy for his position and Timo Werner.
Yeah, but when Haaland signs, I think Ziyech might go. So then
why don't Ziyech just go?
Yeah, but
Johnny, can I say to you, do you think someone's going to come in for 35 million or more for Ziyech? Do you think someone's going to do that?
Yeah.
Who? What league?
I don't know who, but I think that's not a lot of money for the quality of play you're buying.
It's depending on what league. Italian league won't afford it. Ziyech did.
There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement to happen in August. Believe me. So
no, but Chelsea's already said they won't sell for any less than 35.
Yeah, that's all right. That's a deal. I mean, if Barkley's worth 20, then why is Ziyech not worth 35, 40? Do you know what I mean?
It's just dependent who can afford him. Like I know no Italian clubs are going to afford 35 million.
They can do a loan.
No, we're not going to do this loan thing of Ziyech.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
We aren't loaning anyone to an Italian club, man. Fuck that.
Let's also not pretend, guys. When it comes to the front three positions, we all know that Tuchel was basically changing that up quite often. So to me, it's not as no, it's not that he just had to. It's the fact that sometimes he was choosing to do so as well because of the game of what he wants from the game as well.
I would say to that.
Sorry. Let me just finish this point, brother. Sorry. The point I'm trying to make is I think sometimes we're pretending that there's players that are just like irreplaceable. Or these places have been fully like taken by these players. They are the first team players. It's not as like cutthroat as that right now. I do think there are places that are still for grabs, and it all comes down to the player that grabs it and makes it his own and is consistently performing. And I think that's up for debate.
But right now, when Haaland comes in, you've only got one place because Mount's playing. And so's Haaland.
And so is Havertz.
Whereas last season, all three positions... Well, there was two positions because Mount was playing every game. but now you're going to have Haaland coming
But
in,
Mount,
who's going to play.
I believe Mount was
Listen,
playing because of his
nobody's
tactical
put
fluidity. That's what it comes down to.
nobody's play has guaranteed them like a permanent position in the team.
Oh, okay.
No, but
But like I told you guys, hold
I'm
on.
gonna take my
Like,
earphones out now. I'm gonna take my earphones out now.
but like I
Go,
told you
go
guys,
Johnny, go Johnny, get him.
the only person who the only attacker really who's had Tuchel's trust is Mount, right? But nobody's performances has guaranteed, oh, this guy is scoring 20 goals or creating this much every single game they have to start. So it's all up for our grabs still.
I think Tuchel is his I think Mount is his total go-to guy, and he has
he trusts Mount the most.
And he has two other ones he trusts more, and these are Werner and Havertz. Don't accuse him of bias because they're German, but they just deserve the trust, man.
No, he trusts Pulisic as well in games. I don't think he trusts Adoy yet.
If Haaland comes in, Haaland, Havertz, and Mount are playing majority of the games. They just are. They're not. There aren't a lot of open positions left. If Haaland comes in, Haaland, Havertz, and Mount will play the majority of the games. Then it'll be who plays.
That's false,
in the
Johnny.
back.
What you just said.
What
about?
Do you mean Johnny or Josh?
Johnny, I think. Sorry, Josh, to cut you. My bad.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Oh, you said he I don't think he has Pulisic's full trust yet. I don't think he
doesn't trust Pulisic.
No, but he trusts Pulisic more than he does Cho.
Yeah.
I thought he would since
I think it's more Pulisic.
Johnny, he trusts
Ziyech. He played under him and everything. I don't know.
Oh, good lord.
He's the first sub off the bench
Ziyech
that
got
wins.
way more playing time than Show last season, Johnny.
Yeah. Honestly, let me say why. Because Pulisic has had fantastic games, right? And then the next game he's on the bench. Mind you, I expected Pulisic to be his most trusted player because he basically coached him when he was 17. So I'm expecting this guy, you know how he plays, and when he played well. Like after the Real Madrid game, he didn't play. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't start the next game. So and I was like, why doesn't he have your trust in this way?
And Danny, let's be serious. When he played after the Real Madrid game, he wasn't good. Like starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
impact, I do think.
Listen, but
I remember Leicester at home. Everyone was at fire. Leicester at home, but Pulisic was so bad in that game.
Well, let me say this quickly, Johnny. Let me say this quickly.
Final, bro. In the Champions League final, he brought on Pulisic. He didn't bring on Cho. He didn't bring on Ziyech. He brought on Pulisic. That shows trust to me. In a big game like that, and the moment he brought him on, I'm sorry, but if you think he doesn't trust Pulisic, you're crazy, man.
But I feel like Pulisic should have been.
He trusts him as someone who comes on as an impact player. That's what we said.
Waffle.
He had a great Pulisic.
He trusts him on, man. If he didn't trust him, he would.
You know what? Justin, I've noticed this with you, innit? Like when it comes to Pulisic, any sort of criticism towards him, bro, you're just
he has
not
an
up for
agenda.
it at all.
He has an agenda.
Who?
Yeah, but when it's Mount, it's all let's open the floodgates.
We all got our agendas.
Yeah, come on, man. Imagine having agendas against players. Fix up, man. Come on.
Because if we say Kounde is replacing Christensen, let's talk about that.
What do you mean Kounde replacing Christensen? Come on, we're here to talk football, not to talk nonsense. Come on, man.
Christensen is the future, boy. He's an academy boy.
You know, talking about Christensen, yeah.
The one thing, like,
who does Kounde replace?
We have a
Kounde
privilege,
replaces
guys, that
Dane.
I don't think people realize. And when you look at, for example, a team like Liverpool is struggling outside of the first 11, right? Whereas our team, we're now fighting about who should be first, second choice, and even to the point that sometimes we're saying there's a third choice there. I do think there is a privilege that we do have, but I do think also that we're trying to cement places that aren't fully cemented yet. And we're also taking context out of situations where players are sometimes playing because tactically they're more fluid. When the game requires them to tactically change into a certain way, a player is more suited to do so than another player. Therefore, you would play that player not because he's just better, but because he's more tactically fluid to the game. I think we can't dismiss that type of stuff.
No, that's correct. But what this whole conversation was just Jester calling out the Cho brigade and just basically being like, the boy's not as good as you thought it. Yeah, I mean, it's fun for sure. But like, that's what we've been talking about for like the last 20 minutes. And I just feel like,
man, I want to cook April, man. Show played good yesterday. Let's cook April, man.
Artem Super Chat is saying it doesn't even matter. One sec. Artem Super Chat saying it doesn't even matter who plays where because we're not winning the Premier League if we don't get a clinical striker. And we had hella PTSD to having poor strikers up front yesterday. 2-Bit saying, tell me 4 things Timo's good at, and don't say juggling. Runs. Movement, link up plays nice, and he finishes one chance in every 15.
Spaghetti.
Bro's just got minerals, bro.
Vernon knows how to get a
all over Tammy Abraham yesterday because I can't lie, Tammy Abraham's valuation might have just gone. Johnny, I want to talk to you. You said Tammy was worth 60 million.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Are we still doing this?
Yeah, of course we are, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me, please, because I need this now because I've lost it too.
Johnny, are you a lawyer?
I'm gonna spin it. Yeah, I'm gonna spin it.
Go on, spin it. Let's go.
All right. So Tammy's performance yesterday was a spitting mirror image of Haaland's performance against Bilbao, bro. And that's all I got to say.
What?
Take from that what you will.
I got what you're saying. Both of them ready to leave.
Exactly.
So you're saying Haaland is going to hit the ground running in England?
Of course he is. Of course he is. Once he puts on that blue jersey, mate, he's proper Chelsea man. He's going all the way. He's going all the way. He's going to bring all the minerals to Stamford Bridge.
I'm here for going all the way. At least. Straight up, not so much.
So does anybody else think that Kounde can be used in the future as a CDM position?
DM, I think DM, yeah.
He has the qualities too. He has the qualities.
Like Tuchel played Marquinhos in the 4-2-2-2.
He has the qualities. Definitely has the qualities because he's technically sound. He's a good defender, of course. Like he definitely and he could carry the ball as well. So
yeah, so I think
range is good. Wins aerial duels. Strong, imposing. Like he's got everything that you'd want to see in a DM. I just haven't seen him play in that position.
Passing is top notch.
I mean, he would drop between the two.
He's got great skill for a bloody centre back. That's what I will say. He's got amazing skill, man.
Lewis, let me know.
Go on.
Sorry. Go for it.
No. Go for it, Mo. What are you saying?
No, the only thing I was gonna say is let me know when we can get to Armando Broja, bro, because I've got a lot of good things to say about him.
Bro, we can talk about Armando Broja now, man. I'm happy to hear it. I wanted to hear your thoughts anyway, because you were actually at the game yesterday.
Bro, and to keep it nice and sweet, yeah, the atmosphere was great, man. It's like just being in a away day again. Oh my God, I have flipping missed it, man. Seeing so many familiar faces from like a fan perspective and just kind of being able to embrace the team together and being there, I think that was amazing. I love the fact that I got to tick off this stadium off my list, and I'm just on this thing where I just want to tick off as many of these English.
We're all there, teams. Bro.
Yeah, man. So
you don't have to go Bournemouth again. Congratulations.
Thank the Lord for that, bro. Because I'll be very honest, getting back was a long trek last night. It wasn't fun.
You had that tiny little road out of the stadium.
Bro, exactly. An hour and a bit for us to get out of there, bro. It was absolutely
It took 90 minutes.
Bro, it's madness. It's absolutely madness, bro. I could not believe we were still there, bro. I got home last night at 2 a.m., bro.
On my life, I hope they never go up. I hope Bournemouth never come back up. If not for the fact that they'll beat us every season. Shit away grounds.
As for the game, I thought we had an interesting game. I was very surprised with where certain players were playing positionally wise, and seeing Lewis Baker's playing one of the back. Like it was just really weird seeing like Dejon Sterling playing on the right of the three centre backs, seeing Hudson-Odoi on the right wing back, etc. Seeing Pulisic playing where he was playing and Ziyech, and seeing also just how the team was coming together. One thing that was very clear to me is that our manager, despite the players that are on the pitch, is demanding the same type of philosophy, which I love, because the managers that I don't tend to like are the ones that changes according to the players' profiles that are always there, which I think is sometimes a very unfortunate thing to watch, because what it does is that when players come in, it changes the system too much and the patterns of play and all that stuff starts to disappear. So yesterday was interesting just watching us, but the first half for me was like, we looked like we were just warming up. The second half we were better, but then
that's a nice way to spin it. I like that.
Honestly, I don't know how else to spin it, because I genuinely was like, we're playing, but we're not really playing to score out here. We're playing just to play and do the right things and stuff. It didn't really look like we were playing to score. The second half for me felt a little bit disjointed at the beginning, which is why we were rightly going behind as well, because we didn't look like we were there. Then after we conceded, somehow we started to actually do more of what was expected. And I do think the changes helped with those situations. There was definitely bright sparks in the game for me. Loftus-Cheek, I thought Conor Gallagher did well, in my opinion. As much as I hate to say it, Danny Drinkwater in the parts that he did play was okay as well, for fuck's sake. And then
why is that bad? Why is that bad?
It even had people saying we should keep him, bro.
Chris, I'll be very honest with you, bro.
Danny Drinkwater.
We would
as a squad player, just to keep around the team.
I'm not down, bro. I'm Premier League winner as a squad player. I'm not down, guys.
Hey, Lewis, I gotta bounce.
Lewis, you had 3 years.
I gotta leave you with one last thing, though, before I do bounce.
Yeah.
Go on.
All those people out there, all those fraud. There's some frauds I see right now in the comments that were Marina out. I want apologies from all of you.
Wow.
Because she just brought in Kounde for the price of Zouma and Tomori. Do you realize that?
And she did that in silence as well. It builds into the we move in silence FC gang too.
Haaland.
I didn't really believe in that too. So you know what? I'm gonna hold my hands up. I'm gonna say fair play to you. I'm happy
that
to
should
see
be
it.
a lesson to you panicking Chelsea fans, man. Stop being bitches and just wait.
All right. Peace. Y'all have a great day.
Take care, bro.
Take care, bro.
Lewis, I have a question for you. Do you really want Drinkwater in our squad? After 3 years, fucking around with the under 21.
I do not want him starting any sort of regular game time. I just want him around the team. If he has performances like that more regularly, he'd be a decent squad player to have.
No.
These guys, Lewis, he'll get our players drunk, man. Come on.
We keep Drinkwater, so we'd have to pay 80 million on Declan Rice. Keep him for that.
I'd rather Drinkwater than Declan Rice. Is what it is.
Realistically, though, his value is going to be the highest.
Chris,
now.
I think you have so many other options in between Drinkwater and Declan Rice.
Guys, let's not have this conversation.
I'm saying if it keeps Declan Rice away for 80 million, I'm all for it.
Let's get George McEachran back.
Why does no one want
I like Declan Rice. Johnny, I like Declan Rice
because
he's not worth 80.
4 times what he's worth.
Nah, man.
Okay, so if we take the money out of it, we'll find other reasons, though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I already said you take the money out of it. It looks a lot more appealing as a transfer. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I know we've gone over this.
But is it all our money? No. So why do we care?
Well,
No,
Johnny, we might afford Haaland then. What's that when we afford Haaland then?
We're gonna get Haaland.
That only applies to Haaland to people. Is it our money? People only say that when it comes to Haaland. Any other players, no, you can't spend that money.
Haaland, hey,
you can spend 150 on Haaland.
Boy.
You can't spend more than 50 million.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Haaland is going to be one of the best strikers in the world. Declan Rice won't be one of the best.
Why is Declan Rice not going to be one of the best CDMs in the world?
No, he won't. Come on.
Yeah, he will.
He will not be one of the best midfielders in the world. He'd be a good midfielder. That's about it.
Nah.
Well, since we're looking into the future, who should we sign?
We're signing.
Well, if we're in contact with Kounde's agent, well, guess who happens to be Chouameni's agent?
I mean, hey, we've talked about this before, right? Though, like, he's still a little unblooded. Keep him at Monaco for another year. Sign him next year as a 6 or 8 because he's got more versatility than Rice. Bring in Rice because we need a true 6, not for 80 million, closer to 50. Business done. It's not our money. I've heard this a million times. So I mean, like, deal done.
If we're talking about another one,
you're a simpleton.
Or a CDM, I'd rather we go for Boubacar Kamara, but it is what it is. 15 million, I'm all here for it. Skyzo saying Pro can't shoot or pass at the end of his dribbles. No composure, so his take-ons are pretty much useless. That I definitely don't agree with. His take-ons he's probably got the best take-ons in the squad. He's not shown any improvements either.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
Nah, this sounds like hella hate.
I think this is the problem, innit?
I understand.
I think he's a good passer.
Passing's good.
Yeah, passing's good.
You want to see more, I think he could still do better, but his passing's good. No composure.
When a player has to cut into his weak foot, this is what happens, guys. And this is what I was saying earlier on. Players are being asked to do certain things, and it's definitely going to make them play against some of their best attributes. The guy is a right-footed player, and he's having to cut into his left. And sometimes it just doesn't work for him, bro. It's
Get to left foot then.
Huh?
He should get a left foot.
Bro, appreciate the donation, but there's a lot I don't
so interesting.
Didn't Greenwood do that?
Football is so interesting that now right-footed players can play on the right wing, on the right side.
I basically said, tell me where he can buy a left foot, and then we'll make sure Cho gets the message in it.
He doesn't need a left foot.
Out on the training pitch, man.
No, but
that's where you get. That's where you earn those things.
Left foot, innit? I'm just saying. Tell me where he can get.
You know, some sites on the Dartnet offered. Surely, you know, buy a left foot. Maybe that. I don't know.
But
he looks great on the right. I don't understand this criticism really, because
he looks amazing on the right.
He looks great.
I actually like what I see.
You know what it is?
Exactly, man.
Kind of agenda based, because people we all have a certain player you think should start over this player. So regardless of how a player looks playing as a right wing back, is he must play as a left forward, because I don't like Pulisic playing there, or I don't like Werner playing there, so he should play there.
That's
even
what
though
it is.
For the team, he looks better off the right.
Last season, no one could predict a lineup for the first 12, 13 games, and Tuchel's proving us wrong every single time.
True.
To the point that you just got to back the gaffer, and if the gaffer thinks Cho's better in a certain game on the left or as a right wing back, then that's where he's going to play, and you trust the process, and that's it, bro.
Exactly, man.
Listen, knows best.
Can I make one quick one on Pulisic, man? Like, I'm American, if it's not obvious, right? And I love Christian Pulisic. You know, absolutely love the guy. Have U.S. and Chelsea jerseys all the way. I would not. When Tuchel was dropping Pulisic, I completely was on board, because this guy, whatever he wants, man, whatever he wants for the squad, I'm here for it. If that means Pulisic is an impact sub, if that means Pulisic doesn't play, I'm here for it, because I support Chelsea and I love this coach.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, this guy's got to tune out of Danny Drinkwater. Fuck it, he can play anything.
And don't even think for 1 second, right, that all the players that we're talking about, Pulisic, Cho, Mount, Havertz, they're all 22, 21, man. 20 years old. They're kids.
Thank you.
They haven't even started. They've even started their career, and they've already bagged the Champions League, bro.
Johnny, bro. I think people are forgetting young players can get better and develop.
Exactly, bro.
Exactly.
They're not done yet.
Bro,
we saw, like I said about Gareth
Bale.
I saw Gareth Bale play. I saw Gareth Bale play on the left wing all through his Spurs time. Goes to Real Madrid, and he only plays off the right.
Someone talked to a section of our fan base here that are ready to sell players after 1 or 2 bad games in it.
After Tammy Abraham,
they won't sell Werner after 5 games or whatever.
Hey Mo, are you talking about Tammy Abraham?
Say again?
Are you talking about Tammy Abraham?
What about Tammy?
Me?
What about Tammy?
Bro, yeah, I didn't see any other player mentioned yesterday that they want to.
For me, the players.
Did you not hear the crowd? Did you not hear the fans singing "Toe,
singing him"?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they were very supportive of him yesterday.
Of course, he's an academy boy.
I respect them trying to keep the support going, because it's really hard at home.
People don't need to get it wrong, innit? It's not just the academy boys they're supporting the team.
Yeah, but they're chanting for Tammy. I'm saying they were chanting.
No, but they're supportive fan base.
Hey, Johnny, man.
It's just
I just love how Broha has not become a great striker just to diss Tammy. He's not good enough. Not even close to being good enough.
Anyone have any positives to take out?
He
might not be good enough, Danny, but he has better hold up, link up.
Listen. Arsenal.
Oh wow, he had better hold up in 10 minutes in a fucking preseason game. Wow.
No, you know that Tammy's link up.
Yeah, but you only had 10 minutes.
Bro, the signs that he showed in those limited amount of minutes.
Yeah,
honestly speaking,
I've seen
Tammy.
I've seen Ross Barkley play incredibly well in a preseason game. Ross Barkley is the dawn of preseason.
Listen, we saw
there's certain qualities.
Listen, Tammy Abraham, yeah.
He showed his fundamentals.
Arsenal.
Tammy has never shown that.
Yeah.
Arsenal, if you want Tammy Abraham,
that's cap. Stop that.
Take him. Arsenal, take Tammy Abraham, young, world-class striker for only £40 million.
Nice haircut.
Non-penalty goals. Just
my guy. I appreciate the marketing, but I don't think we have any gooners here.
I know there's some.
You're preaching to the choir. I'm all here for it. Tammy to Arsenal, 40 million. Let's do it, but
bargain price.
I just hope Arsenal weren't watching the match yesterday.
No, honestly,
they ain't
I
paying
can't
that.
believe. I can't believe for someone who's a 19-year-old kid that was given a chance yesterday, we can't at least point out the positives and say he might deserve some sort of a look-in. He might.
To me, I think Broha still just needs to go out and develop his game more.
Yeah,
man, listen, he can be.
He looks this good already. Why are we just gonna have him sit and warm bench?
He has a lot to develop, though. Like he has a lot to
that's
develop.
why he has to go out.
If the
I don't have a problem with people seeing the positive in his game. What I have a problem with is them comparing him after one preseason game in Bournemouth to a striker who scored 16 goals in the Premier League. He's not doing that.
I think the guys on the panel
16 goals in the Premier League, but also another 3 from November till July.
Look,
30 goals, non-penalty goals. Tammy Abraham.
I just saw a striker cost 6 goals from.
Johnny, did you think Tammy had a good performance yesterday?
I told you, he playing like he doesn't want to get injured, and he knows he's leaving. He's playing like Haaland, bro.
Does he know that he's leaving?
That's a PR
Of course he does.
answer, brother. Come on, man.
The only way this happens is if Arsenal get rid of Lacazette or Nketiah.
I'll tell you this.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
I just know if Tammy scored a hat trick in this preseason game, none of your minds will change about him being a good striker. So why is it Broha scoring one goal?
It definitely would. It definitely
would.
It's not about the goal for me.
If Tammy bulked up and shot good hold up.
If Tammy put those chances in the back of the net, things change. We wouldn't be sitting there.
Tammy has given you a better performance against a championship team. Barnsley, where Havertz scored his hat trick
with him.
When Havertz scored his hat trick against Barnsley, who was it dictating everything for him? Excellent play. Yeah, but then you tell me that that Broha has shown more against a championship team than Tammy doing that, right?
No, but
no.
One at a time, guys, please.
All right.
You just hate Tammy,
who wants to
man.
go?
You don't rate Tammy, and that's your problem, man.
No, they're not
I know,
saying
but
that.
it's hard to give this guy credit when these are the performances you're seeing.
He doesn't care because he knows he's going. He knows he's leaving.
So why should we care then, Johnny?
My whole thing is this. I'm okay with you not rating Tammy, right? If your standards are this, and this, and this. But if your standards are this kid, Broha, playing well against Bournemouth in 15 minutes, I can't take that because I've seen Tammy do that against the same opposition, similar opposition.
Let's just be honest, man. Let's just be honest. Tammy Abraham.
Better.
Bro, Tammy Abraham, yeah. Let's be honest. He's not good enough to start. So is Broha. Broha, yeah, he's a good pressure machine and that, yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's printing presses and that were found in 16 starting in it. So listen, Broha still isn't good enough. I feel like even though when he came on, he showed good signs.
No one's saying he is, by the way.
Bro, but what I'm saying is,
I heard people say he was better than Tammy. I found that very disrespectful.
When he came on, he wasn't.
He was better at the game.
He's not better than Tammy. Get out of here.
In that game, man, you smoking, man.
Wait, Daniel, who had the better game? Wait, who had the better game, Daniel? Broha or Tammy yesterday?
Broha did.
Okay,
that's what we're saying.
Okay.
No, that's not what you were saying. People were saying he's a better striker than Tammy, and he should be in the team next year over Tammy. That's not what you guys were saying. That he had a good game.
But Tammy's still on a
should be in the team next season. Neither should.
You can't mix up.
Neither one of them should be in. Yeah.
One should be on loan, and Tammy should be sold.
Yeah, but when I was speaking about it,
you lot don't rate Tammy, and that's a fact. You don't rate him.
I'm gonna be real. I would rate Tammy if he gave me more to rate him with.
Can we win a Premier League with Tammy?
He's so raw right now.
Did Tammy not get us Champions League football?
But can we win a Premier League?
No, Johnny. Wait, Johnny. You don't get. Don't you get? What did you say was Lampard? Was it Lampard or was it Tammy?
What do you mean? Was it Lampard or Tammy?
You got him Champions League football. Was it Lampard or are we going to say Tammy? We're going to say Tammy.
Tammy's goals, bruv, contributed to us getting top 4, whether you like it or not.
I'd say Olivier Giroud's goals were a lot more vital.
Yeah.
Christian Pulisic was a lot more vital.
No, don't do that.
Jorginho and Kovacic a lot more vital.
You're saying it's just Tammy who helped us when it's multiple players who did it. It wasn't just Tammy.
Johnny, can I ask you a question real quick?
He had a
quick
purple
question?
patch.
So if we were just talking about how like we should, yeah, but we were just talking about how we shouldn't prefer a player over Tuchel's preferences, right? And it's clear that Tuchel does not prefer Tammy, right?
No, I know that.
So,
I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
What I'm disputing is that people don't rate him as a player. Whether you rate him in Tuchel systems, another discussion.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Tuchel wait? Why is Tammy?
I'm not asking about Tuchel.
Johnny, hold that. Johnny, hold that. Colic, one sec. Artem's saying for Hudson-Odoi, the most important thing right now is getting minutes. Right wing back is not left wing, but he can still take players on and create chances in that position. Exactly the point that we're trying to say on Hudson-Odoi. The game time, the experience will make him a better player, and when we play him at left wing, you'll be able to see the fruit of that a lot more. Going back to the Tammy news, though, like we would rate him a lot more if we saw more in his game, but we said his hold-up play isn't there, his link-up play isn't there. He can't head the ball. He misses too many big chances. Like, what's there to rate?
He's 22. He was 21, 22 at Chelsea, yeah? 21, 22 at Chelsea. And now he's 20. He's only 23, right? Yeah? And he scored 30 non-penalty goals for Chelsea at Chelsea level, Premiership level, Champions League goals. He's played 1.5 seasons. He's bagged 30 goals. Whether you like it or not, he's scored goals. And we haven't got one fucking striker in our side that scores goals, except Giroud, who pops up once in a while, who's gone now. So when I say to you, respect, when I say to you, respect Tammy had the same. I'm saying respect him, bruv, because what he's done for the club.
We respect him. I respect him, but I still don't think he should be in the squad.
Tammy, I'll say this: Tammy with the same creators, or even worse creators than Werner, scored 16 goals. Right? Werner played 38 games. I have to, because that's a striker who played over him. You know what I mean? When you want to say
more useful, he's still more useful on the pitch.
With the same creators and the same creators.
He barely played at striker team.
The thing is, I want to ask you guys.
He played left forward. He played left forward.
One at a time.
Can I ask you guys? Do you think we can win a Premier League with Tammy starting up top?
He's a squad player. He's a squad player.
But he does want to be a squad player.
You're saying no, but you're saying he's not good enough to be in a squad either. You're saying just sell him for 40 million. What kind of shit is that? How can you say?
But he won't resign a new contract, so we have to sell him anyway.
You're happy to sell him for 40 million. It's atrocious, mate.
I want to.
Bro, if we resign the new contract, it would all be different, but it can't. So we have to sell.
120 grand.
I don't think it
So's on 120 grand.
But that's why we can't do it, and he also can't justify those wages either.
Johnny, I have
we can justify with Toe, though, can't we?
No, Hudson-Odoi's make or break.
We have to say he
show it.
Doi's done nothing compared to what Tammy's done.
I agree with you on that.
You know why Joe was not wage?
But he's on those wages, and he has to justify it this season. And he's on a his contract is a lot bigger than Tammy's as well. Tammy's got 2 years left. We have to sell now, or we can't sell, and he don't want to resign.
Why would he resign?
So we have to get rid anyway.
He's a squad player.
Good question.
He isn't a starter.
So why would he resign? So it's best for him to move.
I'm happy for Tammy to stay as a squad player. I think he'd be fantastic for us.
He's not.
So am I. But he's not going to stay as a squad player.
He doesn't want
I think we're mixing two different things. Him not being in the team is one thing, and then him not being good at all, and Broha being better is another thing.
Broha's not better than
Tammy Abraham.
Not yet.
Yeah, Broha's not better than Tammy Abraham.
Because you guys were saying, you guys can say, oh, you were only talking about that game, but you were saying, oh yeah, he was doing things that Tammy has never done.
He's just hatched out of his head.
Alex said that.
Yeah, he's a better fit for Tuchel's play style.
He was doing you said he was doing things we've never seen Tammy do.
He's a better fit for Tuchel's play style. That's a fact.
He's gonna go out on loan.
That's not wrong. He was
going out on loan.
Oh, he's literally
doing stuff I've never seen Tammy do.
All right, fair enough. We'll see.
He's on loan, man. If you think Broja's staying, you're crackers, man. We've got Werner, Haaland, Havertz. I mean,
there's a reason why Tuchel doesn't rate Tammy.
I'm surprised people think Broja's going to stay anyway, bro.
People think Tuchel doesn't like Tammy. No, he does nothing against him personally. He likes him, but he's seeing the deficiencies in his fucking game, man. They're clear to see.
They're all going on loan, mate.
Yo, the reality of the situation is, Tammy Abraham won't sign a contract, and he's a good second choice option. And we're not going to give him the money because he's not good enough now, and he probably won't ever be good enough to be first choice.
No, it's not that he won't ever be good enough. Is it Ryan? Yeah, he won't ever be. He won't ever be good enough. It's not that. That's not the case because he's 23. He's going to get better. he's still a potential player, and he's got a lot of experience and good quality experience for that. He's not just played for Villa in Championship. He's played for Chelsea Football Club. So when he has 2 more seasons and he's allowed to be developed, he's going to be one serious little striker. All right.
But we're gonna have to sell him now.
At Chelsea, he's got no time to be developed because Tuchel ain't got the time to develop.
Yeah, we don't develop strikers at Chelsea. We don't develop strikers, and we're not going to develop.
And that's the bottom
either.
line. It's not that Tammy's not good enough. Tammy's a good enough striker, and he's got potential, and that's the fact. And if you don't think he's got potential, I don't know what to tell you.
But
he's not good enough now, but he could be.
I've called for Tammy to start for like I asked Tammy to I've called for Tammy to get a chance for a very, very long time before he broke into the team, even when he was on loans. But I think for now, what's best for him is because as much as people say, and now it's easy to get on his back after that performance, he still is a decent striker, and if you give him chances, he's most likely gonna bag. Which is why I think for his career, he shouldn't just be rotting on the bench when he wants to be having game time in it.
You could say that about a lot of our players.
Yeah. What players can you really say that about right now?
What do you mean? Who?
Kurt Zouma.
We've got Kurt Zouma, Loftus-Cheek, Barkley.
Kurt Zouma's already going then.
Well,
Gallagher
maybe.
Well.
And Ruben might go.
Ruben's definitely going. He's going on loan, mate.
Well, if he's gone, that's his last chance.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I wouldn't be so sure. Yeah, I know.
I don't think he's gone this season. I think this is his last season to make or break.
Yeah.
That's what I think of Ruben.
I'd rather keep Gallagher, mate.
No, but Gallagher's a lot younger.
Gallagher needs the minutes, man.
Gallagher's a lot younger. Give him a loan. He's got time.
Gallagher's more likely to accept being a bit part player than Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek is a make or break. He needs to play first team football.
Hey, let's wait and see.
And he's not 18 anymore. He's 26.
He's gonna have a chance to prove that, isn't he?
I know, but isn't that why Conor Gallagher?
What's he going to prove?
Johnny,
you don't know what he's going to prove this season. Fully.
And Schumann or Rice. Where's he going to play?
Johnny,
we ain't got Schumann yet.
He's not a 6.
Johnny, don't you feel like this is what? Don't you feel like this is why Conor Gallagher would need more game time than he needs to go out and get that?
Conor Gallagher's more likely to accept that big part role for a season.
He is, but that will be at the detriment of his own development.
Not really, because training with under Tuchel and with all the players, it's great for his development. Like Billy Gilmore
it would go more for
than everything, but nothing beats regular game time.
Loftus-Cheek is not a development player.
It depends on the club, bro.
He's not going to get. He needs game time to get back to what we've all seen. All right, and he's not getting that game time at Chelsea. He's not starting over Mount, Havertz.
No, but wasn't that?
He doesn't need a start though.
Wasn't the Fulham loan about that?
He won't start.
So why?
Where's he going to play? Who's he going to play over?
One of 2 8s.
He might actually prove something to the manager. If he doesn't, then he's gone.
So we're rumored to be going to.
We can't like wait for Ruben to turn 29. And keep loaning him out. We have to see if he can make a break it.
His career at Chelsea, if he doesn't stay, he's finished.
Yo, Lewis, do you want
I agree.
Who said that?
Hey, listen.
Yo, Lewis, check your DMs, bro.
Lewis said that Conor Gallagher wouldn't develop much if he stayed here, but would he develop much going to Newcastle and playing Brucey, boy? Come on, he wouldn't.
No, he would develop under Tuchel, like Gilmore has, and now Gilmore's going.
I swear, game time is so overrated.
But Gilmore's playing for going to play for Norwich, who's attacking football.
Maybe a good coach.
Let's see when they get relegated, shall we?
I like the coach, man.
Wait, Johnny, you know Reece James? He played for Wigan in a Wigan relegation battle team in the Championship, and look how he's turned out.
Yeah. He's played in Championship, bro. But I'm talking about Billy Gilmore. Billy Gilmore is levels above every Norwich player, bro. He's absolute levels.
So was Reece James at Wigan.
Levels over.
Yeah, he was Johnny, if you watched him,
more
he had to
levels.
play DM for him and everything.
Of course, I've watched Reece James, but what I'm saying to you,
I'm just saying
that was part of his development. I've said it, and I'll say it, and you're going to see it through the season. Billy Gilmore alone, bad.
Real talk apart from Johnny, you lot can't be taken seriously. Mount's your best player.
Wait.
Have we been inflating Mount this stream, though?
Yeah, Mount is our best player, bruv.
Thiago Silva's our best player.
Thiago Silva.
He is our best player.
Overall,
it don't matter, man.
Maybe not.
Hey, we don't need to have this debate, though.
They're all players. They're all Chelsea players.
You're all wrong. You're all wrong.
Stop forward, man. Just chill out and ignore him, that fucking United fan. Fuck you. But listen.
Wow, Colin, are you okay?
Damn.
Listen, you got to divide us, man.
Yeah, he's trying to divide and conquer. Divide and conquer.
No, he said some United fan or something.
Create chaos amongst us.
Every day is a
that
war
might
for
be
100,
my
man.
guy,
What is
man.
going on?
We don't need any help.
What did your
We'll do
guy
it
say?
ourselves.
That facts, Myron. Facts.
Where's the account, man? Where's the chat, man? I can't even
For
see
then,
on
like,
this
I think
damn
you
phone.
know this guy.
Oh yeah, that's my boy, man. That's my boy.
Yeah,
He's been on before.
Big up, bro. Big up.
This guy
Yeah,
was
but no
trying
one
to
was
divide us,
criticizing
man.
Mount on the stream. He didn't even play yesterday.
Yeah, we never even talked about Mount.
No.
Mount, we all know Mount's a good player.
He wants to.
Oh, Johnny, bye.
Lost Johnny.
Wow. Did someone gulag Johnny?
Where is Johnny?
Yeah, Lewis gulagged him.
No, that weren't even me, you know.
Unbelievable.
United fans.
His internet gulagged him, man.
All because he didn't want to back Christensen. I can't believe it. Is this how you're moving, Lewis?
Hold up. No, that weren't me. He left. Maybe his connection dipped or something. He's in the middle of a good point as well.
What's up, Zane?
Yes, Zane, what are you saying?
I'm good. I had to come on. Like, I don't know. I'm hearing some crazy takes about Tammy. Like,
God, let's hear it. What are you saying?
I don't understand, bro. If you play football, you understand how frustrating he is to play with. He's not strong. He's quick. His decision making's poor. He's not a great dribbler. You cross him the ball, 6'5". He can't header the ball. 6'5". You're a striker.
Yeah,
At least that should be your bread and butter as a 6'5" center forward.
But what he does is score. That's one of the hardest things to do in the game.
Cam, how did he become a professional? He can't dribble, he can't shoot, he can't pass, he can't link up play, he can't do anything.
But he can't
How did
do
a
it
lot
at
of
the
these
highest
guys
level.
become
professionals?
His link up is actually pretty good.
They're not saying he shouldn't be a footballer.
He has a good brain. He has a good footballing.
He cannot do
brain
it at the
how he
highest
moves
level.
around the pitch, but that's it.
He can't do it at the highest level.
I hear what he's saying, because, I mean, the best
He
we've
has a
seen from
great
Tammy
point.
Abraham has been in the championship. That's a fact.
You know the ball. You play midfield,
Yeah,
bro?
no, Tammy Abraham is a Premier
Zane,
League
what
striker,
position you play?
He's
I'm
not.
a central midfielder. I'm a 10.
Yeah, I can tell, bro. Because it's like he's trying to say, like, you trying to
Criticize him for not being a 10.
For
No,
real,
no.
though, Zane,
No, you're trying to
you
say.
spoke
Hold on,
with
let
the
me talk,
pain
bro.
of a
Let me
number
talk.
10
Let me
index.
talk.
Wait, let
He's
him
saying-
talk. Let Jackie talk.
He's
Let Javi
saying
go, yeah.
he's saying like when you play the ball into Tammy, you expect your striker to hold up the ball. It's so frustrating when you play the ball into him and it just gets knocked back off of him. It doesn't help your team at all. I get his point.
I think what Chelsea is.
That's how I feel about Ziyech, man.
I think the thing is with this is like he reminds me of a young Lukaku, but he wasn't as physical. And the things Lukaku
there you
had.
go, bro. There you go. He's
Wait,
potential.
but listen, wait, Johnny,
He's
listen.
potential and he-
No,
and
no,
he's
no,
not
no.
allowed to
Don't
play.
be
Johnny,
self-dealing, Johnny.
But Johnny,
After that,
listen.
not as
Lukaku
physical.
performed. Lukaku has the things that Abraham lacked.
Yo, this
some of
you
the
know
stuff
ball.
he had. It made Lukaku was more physical, even though he was still raw. And maybe the game's come a long way. He showed more promising signs than Abraham has. And Abraham, when he's not scoring tap-ins, he doesn't look lively. And this season, last season, 1920, he goes from November to July, and in the big games, I don't think Lampard trusted him when it really mattered to get us top four. I understand what Johnny's saying. At the start of the season, he helped, but he scored a lot of goals at the start, and then he went on a dry patch. And his dry patch against Bayern Munich, did he start in the big game, the first game? The only reason he even started the second leg was because Giroud was injured.
Didn't he score in the second leg?
That's happened.
I think so. Yeah, it's happened.
Performance that
Hey, wasn't he also injured? Wasn't he also injured for like a month?
Yes, he
in
was.
January.
Yes, he was.
Oh, okay.
injured,
So
but
he had injuries that took him out the team. Giroud came in and played really well, and he wasn't
the whole
starting.
of lockdown.
Giroud's a better
After
striker than
lockdown.
Tammy.
Injuries came at the end of January.
Yeah.
Giroud's a better striker
It
than
was
Tammy.
still November and December.
No, it was
exactly. There's still
Okay, so he had
November and
a
December.
2-month poor period.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then we had
but his
lockdown.
core
Then we had
period-
And then we had
How many
lockdown.
players? How many
Like,
players
come on.
we got that have that go disappearing in games? How many
No,
players
but then
for periods?
but
Okay.
lockdown happened.
But-
Lockdown happened. We were
Yeah,
off
but-
for 4 months. We
Is that
came
now?
back. And it was the same Tammy.
No,
came back,
Lockdown,
he's shown no
affects
improvement.
everyone though. Every player was all affected by that. You know,
Yeah,
you can't blame.
Pulisic was
Obviously,
affected,
but the point
Pulisic
is,
didn't play
he
half the
came back.
season, bro.
Because he had injuries, but when he came back from
Right,
lockdown,
exactly.
he made
So
it.
he
Wait,
was fresh.
but when he came back from lockdown,
I
he
see
had to
everyone
perform.
saying the Jan Harlan tweet. I understand, but it is this exact same waffle that I had to go through on the live stream. I cannot be bothered.
So, Zane, though, man, listen, Zane, on the question of like, you were saying, yeah, he came back from lockdowns, he came back from injuries, and he didn't impress. But you will know that, like, especially with your vibes, goal scoring strikers, when they come back from an injury, when they come back from like a break and play, they don't just like slot right back into that, right? Like they got to find their place back in the team.
You have to say this. For Giroud done that. Giroud until remember Giroud.
But he's a seasoned pro, bro.
He's
like 10 years on Tammy.
Okay, I get that. But Tammy, even when he comes back, right, and he's not scoring goals, right, he's not a threat because he's not offering a physical presence to hold the ball. Like let's say Giroud doesn't score a goal, right? I know Giroud's much older and he's more experienced, but we know Giroud's gonna hold a ball for let's say a 10 to come in. Like Hazard. Hazard can't play with people like Tammy Abraham.
Nope.
Right, but okay, so let's put it this way: like we're looking at a hold-up play is Giroud's best feature. Scoring is probably one of his worst features as a striker in terms of like numbers to goals and consistency. Yeah,
true.
But then we're going to look at Tammy's best features are that he scores you a lot of tap-ins. He scores you a ton of tap-ins.
And he misses a lot of
exactly.
a lot of good chances too.
Correct.
But
he scores a lot of them.
Myron, I agree with most of the points
when we were playing
but
two-striker formation in football.
I feel like if Giroud got the chances, Tammy he would score way more goals.
He does suit that.
Could be.
Cap, if Tammy got all the chances Werner got, he would score a lot more goals.
I'm talking about Giroud.
It's unfight. We can't falsify that though because
so that how did Tammy get in those positions yesterday that he was able to get all the chances?
It was a preseason friendly. Why are you going preseason friendly like that? You've gone about like, okay.
Listen, I'm saying
you're funny.
You're funny, man.
So now Tammy has no movement to create chances or get chances. How did he score 16 goals?
What do you mean?
You want to
purple patch?
Purple patch. What about the season before? What about the last season? 12 goals.
I would love Werner to had a 16-goal purple patch. That would have been great.
That would have been great.
You know what? If Werner doesn't get 15 plus goals next season in the Premier League, he should go.
He should get 30 because he's so much better than Tammy. And
oh my God, no! But the thing is, if Werner actually offers more than just goals, he got 15 assists as well. Have you forgotten that?
Wait, who are we talking about?
Have you forgotten he can assist?
How did this shift to Werner?
And Daniel,
because they bring up Werner. I don't believe Werner lives rent free in his head. Werner lives rent free in his head.
How the hell that?
Guys, one at a time. Nobody can hear anybody. One at a time, so we can hear everybody's points. All right.
Let me respond to El Patron. Let me respond to Danny. Listen, the player that is keeping out Tammy Abraham isn't Werner. It is Havertz, bro. So if you want to question Tammy's, it is, bro.
How did Werner play 36 games?
Bro, Werner has literally played with Tammy. They played together. Like he played on the left most of the time, most of the season. The player that is keeping out Tammy is Havertz.
So you're telling me Tammy and Havertz couldn't play together, but Havertz has 5 goals. 3 of them came from Tammy.
Can Tammy play left forward? Can Tammy play left forward?
Playing all that shit, man.
It doesn't make sense. You can tell me that Tammy can't play with Havertz. Havertz is keeping him out when Havertz's best games came playing with Tammy.
Bro, but who has played?
What games are they?
Which
games were they?
I have never seen someone bat this hard for fucking Tammy, bro.
Tammy's
I like
Tammy. No, but there's no point buying for Tammy when he's leaving. He wants to go.
No one is. Again, I'm not talking about him staying. I've never mentioned that. I was just mentioning.
I don't see why.
I started the whole Tammy thing with the disrespect of him as a Premier League striker. He's a very good Premier League striker who can get better. He had half a season last season. Yes, he is.
Not a very good.
Yes, he is.
Very good.
I think he's a good striker.
He's never gonna
I think because
the full levels.
He's a good striker with potential to become a great one.
Horrible in the Premier League for 3 years.
Yeah,
I agree with that statement.
One at a time, please.
Let's say this. Let's say a very good striker in the Premier League was Jermaine Defoe. He was underrated. Well, Tammy Abraham, he won't ever be as good. He's just gonna be good.
You can't know that, bro. That's not a statement you should make with such certainty, bro. Listen, he's a good striker. I agree, he's not a great striker.
Yeah, good.
He's a
but
good
he's not gonna be
striker
very
with
good.
potential, but you don't know that, but with potential to become great, I would say. And yeah, we can all disagree on our
He's got
evaluation.
potential. He's not even fully developed yet.
But there's some stuff that it's like,
man, if you guys saw Drogba when he was 20, you'd have said the same thing, or 23.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
He was
I've said the Drogba and Tammy comparisons for years.
But we're not. Yeah,
it's easy. Once you see Tammy in about 25, 26, he's going to be a baller. But that's why I'm saying don't sell him to Arsenal. I just want him sold for 40 million because he's not staying at Chelsea.
Like Lewis, I agree with your point, right? Meaning that he needs to get better, he needs to develop, but he can't do that here. Like he doesn't have time to do that at Chelsea, right?
Like my dream, like if Tammy, my dream is Tammy re-signs and he goes on loan and comes back better in about a year or two.
Is Zayn and Javi's point when they're saying he's not good enough or he's never going to be this or never going to be that.
I never said never. I never said never.
Zayn said that. Okay. Zayn said he's never going to be a great striker. There's no way you can tell me that.
Great. You're saying great. I think he could be good or maybe very good. But
You said Jermaine Defoe was a great striker.
Jermaine Defoe
I
was
never
a
said
great
Jermaine Defoe
striker.
was great. I said he was very.
He was a great striker though. Back that point, Jermaine Defoe was one of the a great.
He was
striker.
very good, but he was great.
Not great.
Do your history. Defoe was a great striker wherever he was on a TUT team. He backed great. Playing for
Tammy could be the same way.
Andy Cole was a great striker.
Yeah, Andy Cole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andy Cole was a legend.
Right. So
These are great
Defoe's not Andy
strikers.
Cole, is he? Level? Would you say that?
But
Defoe's like Andy Cole?
I said Andy Cole's a legend. I said
Man,
Defoe's a
No,
great
I'm talking about
striker.
a great striker. Great striker.
The great
He's a legend
strikers
at
in the
United, but
Prem
he's a great
is-
striker.
I feel like
he was great in
Andy
form.
Cole is like in the bracket, like just under like Shearer.
Just
You feel
under,
me?
because he had longevity and he scored goals in the
great.
Premier League
That's
at
great.
old ages too.
That's legend status. That's
No,
that's
great.
legend.
It's great.
That's like
great.
that's what you call minerals.
I know what the minerals are, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
That's what you call minerals, bro.
You're telling me what the minerals are, bro.
Defoe is a great striker.
I love it, man.
Otherwise,
You ask all those
a
coaches,
midget,
like
man.
a couple of coaches, Defoe was the hardest worker on train. They always said that.
Yeah,
Like,
Mason Mount's
everything
hard
about it.
work doesn't get the credit, mate. Doesn't make a difference.
Tammy could be the same way.
Yeah.
Well, I hope
Hey,
he does it for
TG,
Chelsea.
that
I
comment
wanted
he
him
said,
to run about
I'm so obsessed with Tammy. That's why I hate Timo. No, I hate Timo because he scored 6 goals in 38 games.
Hey, man, you hate Timo,
Nothing to do with Tammy.
Yeah, but Tammy,
You're just disappointed. Dan. You're disappointed.
Michael, DM me on Instagram or Twitter and I'll send you the link.
Yeah, Michael.
Daniel, you're just disappointed in him.
If Tammy wants to become Drogba, he needs to eat some potatoes, some cornbread. He needs to fix his diet or some shit like that. Because that boy is
Man said cornbread.
he's slim. He's slim as fuck, man. Let him fill out first, man, before we can compare him.
It's very hard for Tammy to fill out at
and
6'5", though. I will say.
It is, yeah.
He's
Listen,
tall.
he's
Like when he,
bugged up
if he was
then, man.
small, yeah.
It's not even about him filling up. It's about him understanding how to use his body better and just growing, just having the grown man strength. Grown man strength is a real thing. Like when you're 27 or 26, like it doesn't matter how skinny you are. You can't just push a man off, and like that comes with age. And to me, yeah, I understand. I agree. He's not ready for that at Chelsea right now. I don't agree that when people say, "Oh, he's championship level quality," he's
No,
this,
he's not
that.
championship.
It's almost like people have to diminish him to nothing.
And
people have to diminish him to nothing to justify him leaving. You don't have to do that.
Massive difference. Look at Mason Mount in 1 year. Look at the neck growth.
Hey, yo!
Look at the body growth, bro.
Oh,
Look at
dear
the
Lord.
muscle development, bro.
We're
Do you know
back
what I'm
at the
saying?
neck then.
Yeah.
But Johnny, that's easier for Mason. Johnny, in muscle, it's easier for Mason Mount and Tammy because Tammy's 6'5" and Mason's like what?
Well,
5'11".
He could grow muscle if he wasn't lazy.
Yeah, but it's still the work rate.
He's like
but Johnny, when you're small, it's easier.
If you're not doing neck training, bruv, then how are you gonna get a wide neck, bruv?
They're in the gym, bro, just like lifting weights with their neck.
Well, honestly, like
Breaking news from Jan Ag Fjortov. Borussia Dortmund will sell Erling Haaland. if or when they get a crazy offer.
Oh wow! Tell me something.
Oh wait, is that breaking news?
It's in Chelsea's court now.
He's coming, guys. He's coming.
Wait, didn't we already know
Same
that?
old
The same
shit
news?
every- I know if all
No,
you
no,
do
no,
tired of this shit, bro.
there you go. It's a Yan tweet.
Dude.
They would never
like getting
like
secondhand
open with
trolled.
that.
You're saying the same thing over and over.
No,
here's the invitation. Borussia Dortmund have literally said it now. Drop the damn bid. And can we get this over and done with, please?
Haaland's going to be announced, bro. Chill.
Man,
everyone, get your shirts, man. Get your shirts in, bro.
Give that place
United's going to happen before this deal at this fucking rate.
Just to make a final point, right, on this whole Tammy situation, right? Tammy is someone that honestly I would love to back him, but I just feel like the type of club we are, we wouldn't have the patience with him, and it's unfortunate. He's someone that I honestly loved seeing, especially the way he responded to the difficult moments at the beginning of that first season with Lampard. I genuinely loved what I saw. That game against Norwich, that game against Wolves, I was like, fam, if he can keep this type of form and even get better with it, I'm going to fully back him. And it's unfortunate that after the first part of the season, it started to drop. And unfortunately, getting his way back into the team has proven to be such a difficult job, especially with a team like this where we make loads of signings. That's the bottom line of it, is we make signings. And unfortunately for Tammy, he will not get the patience required. And the worst part for me is this. If Tammy was someone that would humble himself and say, you know what, I'll put my head down and fight my way into this team, I do feel like people will maybe take it a little bit more easily. But since it's been found out, let me finish, Johnny. Since it's been found out that this guy wants the amount that he wants, and isn't performing on the pitch, people are going to be very critical to the standards of what they expect of him because of what.
No, it's not about that. I assure you, man. Not with
Haaland coming. He's got no chance, mate.
I don't even think him wanting 110k. That's not ridiculous, man.
Bro, trust me.
I don't think the money is the issue.
Trust me, the money thing is an issue from the perspective of him not signing a new contract.
That's
what I'm saying. And the reason he's not signing a new contract is because if he doesn't get that money on the table, he's not willing to do so. The way people translate it is, unfortunately, this is the perception, is that he is not willing to fight for his place and prove himself to be worth that money. Therefore, people will disregard him just for that reason. I'm not saying it's correct. I'm saying that that's what's happening.
Yeah, you're probably right, but in my opinion, like, just the academy players, he doesn't have that X factor, man. Reece James' X factor is, man, he bullies people out the way. Someone tries to touch him, man, they're flying, man. Mason Mount, he has this great moments against Liverpool, against Porto, where
Fernandinho, bro,
where the game is caged, and he pops up with a goal, man. Like, I don't feel that with Tammy, man, and he's shit to watch. I'm sorry.
I think the thing
yes,
with Mount
Michael,
is,
what are you saying?
He's more all around, and he can do better. He's just a better player, and his moments are obviously going to be better than Tammy's moments because he can grab the game by the scruff of the neck.
hear me?
I know a striker, like, he'll create those chances for Tammy. And I think people like to bring out the stats and stuff. Oh, Mount 5 assists or some nonsense like that. Oh, like, if you see how many, if you actually watch the games and Chelsea play, you'd understand why Mount and Reece have more assists because the strikers don't finish.
It's true. It's fact.
Can I say something?
Yeah, but Johnny, stats are stats end of the day. You still
same
if
amount
you
of
want
games
to
at the same age. At Chelsea,
no.
He's got better stats than Lampard. That shows you the levels of Mason
Mount.
So
wait, Mason Mount's a better player than Lampard than yours.
If Mason Mount then goes next season and gets double figures, he's going up another notch and up another notch, and then he's going to get 20 goals a season, bro.
You know what? Fair play to you. You're sticking with this narrative. Like you think he's going to be better than Lampard. Fair enough, but Lampard was a crazy.
The lever's jammed, bro. This is the only level it's at.
Mount could become a great as well.
He's going to be the greatest ever.
Just watching Lampard is just. Oh my god.
The greatest.
One of the.
I'll tell you why.
The same way I wouldn't
win more Champions League.
Johnny,
win more Premier
the same way I would never say a player would never become something. I wouldn't say 100% they can, because anything can happen, right? Injuries can happen.
I'm not saying 100%. I never said
anything
that.
can happen.
I'm saying
don't back up now, Johnny.
The way he's going, the way Mason Mount is going, like the levels he's at already, and he's going to get even better and better. He is going in the right direction. If he stays
Johnny's
fit,
just trying to say
doesn't have an injury,
higher than
and stays at Chelsea the rest of his career, which he will do because he won't want to leave,
getting
he can exceed them, bro. Why can he not?
Hey guys, can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead, man.
Okay.
Right.
First of all, Lewis, massive fan. J5 High for Life, and big up Danish Maldini.
Come on.
What I want to say is, Johnny, you are waffling out your butt right now when it comes to Tammy. I don't believe what I am hearing when it comes to this.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Listen, Michael, yeah.
I like the intro.
Michael,
Yeah, that was funny. No, Johnny, let him finish. Let him
go.
Back your minerals, man. Back your minerals.
Let's hear it. Yeah, this is good.
You talked about stats when it comes to Mason and that. Let me do some stats for Tammy. Tammy has 6 Premier League goals, same as Timo, and only 2 more than Kai, 1 more than Pulisic. Look at the level of opposition he has been scoring against. He got a brace against West Ham, 1 against Sheffield United, 1 against West Brom, 1 against Newcastle, and I think that's it, unless I missed somebody. And look at you say he got 12 goals. He got a hat-trick in the FA Cup against League One opposition, and just the rest of them came against the FA Cup. Where's this hype coming from? This guy is just
it's not hype. It's appreciation.
Let Johnny respond.
Yeah, man. It's with Tammy, yeah. He's your 6-year-old kid from Cobham, right? He's worked his way in. He's earned his place in the team. He's played 1.5 seasons. He's scored 30 non-penalty goals. Regardless of who you play against, you can't choose who you play against. He's been put in that team to play against whatever team.
No, but when he's played against the big teams, he more often than not has not done his job.
Do you know who our best? Do you know who our highest goal scorer against Arsenal is over the last 2 years?
Tammy.
It's been Tammy. Tammy scores against Arsenal every time he plays, and guess what? This season he didn't play against them once.
It's been 2 goals. Bro, it's been 2 goals against Arsenal. It's not amazing. No, actually, Daniel, it's joint.
That winner against Arsenal was the best. That gave me so much.
Yeah, but like, if we're gonna say like he's the most prolific against Arsenal, like Jorginho has as many goals against him. He'd have more if he bagged a penalty, the 3-1 loss. One wasn't a penalty.
We said non-penalty goals, man.
One wasn't a penalty.
Oh, I remember that goal. Shinned it in.
One was a tap-in.
Yeah, but like we could say the same thing with Tammy. One of his was just a 2-yard header, which was like the 50th cross that he had that match.
Yeah, so was Werner's against Real Madrid. What's our point? It's a goal, innit? It's a goal, innit?
Right, so we could say the same thing with Jorginho and his penalties.
No, because he scores penalties, bro.
Didn't you just say a goal's a goal? A goal's a goal.
It's a penalty. Who earned the penalty?
To me,
I'm saying, what about a 2-yard tapping from a header after he's missed 50 headers in 90 minutes?
Listen.
You forget, we were spamming crosses so much that game, and N'Golo Kante was running in to take some of them.
Yeah, but it was crossing, whatever you like to call it, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just crossing and that. Yeah, that stuff.
Inshallah.
So, yeah. I don't know what.
Yeah, Jamie, I can't lie. That Tammy goal was limbs. It was fucking limbs.
It was limbs, bro.
It was
that shit was lit, though.
It was limbs.
I can't lie.
Bro, that was crazy. That was one of my favorite away days. I don't mean anything.
You say Tammy can't score against big teams? Come on. I mean, I get it. Arsenal is a small team, but we lost.
Thank you. Let's get it right. Thank you. Yeah.
But we still lost to them twice last season, right? It'd be nice to have a strike.
Lose to small teams, bro.
Come on, man.
They're like West Brom.
That means you need strikers who can score against small teams, don't you?
Tammy does that. Like, we're agreeing that he does that.
Yeah. Like, that's what we're saying.
Tammy needs to go don't disrespect my boy, man.
No, I've already said my whole thing is Tammy needs to go on loan and get better. It's just we won't re-sign, so we can't bring him back.
Even if he does leave, I do not expect him to get better at Arsenal. He will be dead over there.
Nah, we don't know that.
Hey, I do. Chevy, you say Tammy's not Chelsea level. I don't think Ziyech is Chelsea level.
Okay, that's fine, bro. I'm real, bro. I'm not gonna sit here in front like Ziyech. You could try to get that argument out of me.
He's Irish level, bro. He's Dutch
level. My guy, I don't think.
Yeah, you don't know about that, John.
Champions League, and he said he's a Dutch level. Fuck my life.
Like, I don't care. I just want to see Chelsea win. So if Ziyech got to get out of here, he got to get out of here. I'm just trying to see Chelsea win everything.
Same, bro.
I think Ziyech is more of a 10.
No. This is getting bad.
You gotta get out of here, man. You gotta get out of
This
here.
is getting bad.
Who? Ziyech?
Yeah. You
Ziyech
gotta
is
go.
more of a 10 than
Nah, I ain't bet him, man.
He has to go,
Ziyech
bro.
won't go. Ziyech won't go
But
unless someone
I
makes
think,
35 million.
I think it's fair to say you got to give him this season to prove himself.
Give him
though.
the season.
100%. I agree with you.
I seen a
He's
clip
got to
this
have a
morning
second season for me.
of
And what you
Ziyech.
guys think about his
season.
performance yesterday? I want
It
to
was
know.
It was
great,
good.
bro. He
It was
looked
good.
sharp
It
as
was good.
fuck, man.
It was
He
good.
looked
I
sharp
liked
as
it.
fuck.
Yeah, I
He
thought
looked
it was
sharp.
Ziyech was actually one of the best players on the pitch, easily.
He got it. Now he got a full preseason. Like before, like that Dutch league ended so early. And Dirk Kuyt said himself, when you come from the Dutch league, you got to give yourself a season to get adjusted. So we'll see the real Ziyech now.
Why is it that when we try to defend play sometimes, that our way of doing so is by basically slandering a whole other player? Like it's such a terrible
because
argument.
their argument gets under attack, and
It's
they feel like
such a
when they're losing
terrible
the argument,
argument,
they
man.
got to come at other players.
It's a deflection. Yeah, it's a
It's
deflection.
such a
What I
deflection,
always
and
say
it's
about
terrible
this is
because you
all
people
great
lead.
Chelsea teams of the
Sorry,
past
Zen.
had multiple attacking players.
Daniel
who
is
were
really
quality.
good at that, man.
Like Daniel just did that. He tried to come at our Johnny just did that. He tried to come Ziyech to try to get a reaction.
When you say somebody isn't Chelsea standard, right? When you say somebody isn't
Tell me right now is not Chelsea standard.
But I know.
It's
Hold on,
fact.
hold on, Javi. When you say he shouldn't be in the squad. But I know you, and I know the player you think should be in the squad. I have to question that. I have to question that.
But it's like I'm saying
If
he's
you
not
sit there and
Chelsea
tell me a
standard.
striker-
He's not Chelsea standard right now, Tammy. I'm not saying he can't get into the squad. I'm saying he's not Chelsea standard right now.
And that's cool. And Ziyech isn't Chelsea standard. Like, why can't he say that?
Why?
No. You keep propping that. Why can't he say Ziyech isn't Chelsea standard if he knows that you think he is?
Player, bro. That's what he said.
Who said that?
Johnny's words where he's just.
Oh, Johnny said that? Oh, well, I mean, listen.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, don't try to come for the guy, bro. Don't try.
That is terrible. Someone who was flipping killing it in the Champions League is a Dutch level player. Come on, bro. Jump off that shit.
I don't understand. Like, that makes no sense. If you could do it against the top teams in Europe, you could do it in England. He just needed a
What's
year
the
to
argument
adjust,
right
and
now?
this year he'll do well.
Yep.
Hey Zane, how did Bakayoko do?
Yeah, what's the argument right now?
He was awful from the get-go, and the second season he got loaned out, didn't he?
At Monaco wasn't as good as people said he was. He wasn't even better than Fabinho.
Fabinho was better, yeah.
I'm just going against the argument that because you play good in the Champions League doesn't mean you'll be good in the.
Hey, look at this deflecting guy, man. Fucking deflector.
Who's deflecting?
Bakayoko was.
How am I deflecting?
Bakayoko wasn't as good as people like
you
to
went
make him
there in the
seem
past to
before he
Bakayoko,
came
man.
to Chelsea.
He said he was great in the Champions League. Who else was great in the Champions League
He wasn't great in the Champions League.
He
was a good player and a good team. He wasn't even great in his own league when they won it. He was never even better than Fabinho. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
People always overhyped him, and I always knew he was going to be good at best. But people had too high expectations.
Bro, it's cute to say that now, but I remember the Bakayoko hype when he was.
It was hype. I agree.
Thank you, Chris. Because now he wants to make it seem like I'm sounding crazy that he wasn't hyped and he wasn't great.
There was hype. I'm not gonna lie.
He was excellent.
I remember it. I was part of it.
He had a great season, and we bought him. Everyone was after him. Everyone was after Bakayoko when we bought him.
Yeah.
A lot of clubs wanted him.
Yeah.
We got him.
Wait,
and
was there?
Yeah.
There was a couple.
shame in
There's
that.
Man United.
Yeah, there was a couple.
Man United was. Who else was after United?
No one else, bro. No one else.
It was literally Chelsea and Man United. There was no other teams in for him.
Why does it need to be a plethora of teams? How many teams are in for Kounde? What does that mean? It doesn't really mean.
Bro, then you do know that Barcelona and Real Madrid waited for Kounde, but they have no money. He was.
Yeah,
if he didn't
for Haaland as well, but we're getting him. You know what I'm saying?
Danny, I swear to God, I'm not lying. If Kounde didn't move to Chelsea this summer, he would have moved to Real Madrid. Literally.
I don't know. I still skeptical about Kounde. Like I've seen him get bullied before. He's a very smart player, but I've seen him get bullied. That's what I'm kind of scared of.
He's a young player. He needs time.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
smoked by Haaland, man. Who doesn't get smoked by Haaland?
Yeah, but he's young. That's the point. He can definitely
Yeah,
get better under Tuchel.
Yeah.
I think in a
And
three,
this
in a
is
three,
we got
whole
Thiago
team.
Silva with him as well.
in a three, he's gonna be very good.
He's gonna learn off Silva. 100%.
And the foundations are there. The foundations are there. It's
Like
strong enough. You're not having to teach him something that's alien to him. You're teaching him something that's actually more natural to the player. So what we're buying is someone that is already closer to what we want.
Like I think he's a very smart player. Like he reads the game very well, and he can play out the back very well. I think he's better in a three. I don't think he could really play in a two. I could see him potentially becoming a DM.
I don't think Tuchel will play a two anyway.
Yeah, I don't think if you play
I
a two, you
highly doubt
definitely
as
can't
well.
play him.
You think he will?
We play a 2 in possession, though, right?
I don't think he will.
Yeah.
Like, listen,
Because I think
Yeah, but that's
certain
that's
stuff-
modern football. In possession, now you always transition a different formation, and you have to be flexible when you have the ball and when you don't have the ball. So,
You
especially
never
when you're a
know.
team like Chelsea, who have the ball most of the
Positional.
time.
Yo, listen, there's certain stuff like as a player, like that's not gonna change too much drastically. Like, all right, if you have like a terrible first touch, it can only improve so much at this level. You know what I mean? Like your style of play as as you get older, it's not gonna change. It can improve, but it's not gonna change too drastically. There's certain things that you learn by experience, though, like reading the game. Like Thiago Silva right now, you could just tell experience has taught him how to play that game the way he does. And I feel that with Kounde, that's gonna happen. Like he's just gonna need that experience of where to be at the right place at the right time. You know what I mean? Just simply just reading the game.
It's clear he's got the minerals, though. It's clear he's got it.
Yeah, he got the minerals. He got the minerals.
But that's the thing. When you're a young center back, he knows what he's good at and he knows what he's not good at. So he tries to avoid situations where he has to get in a physical battle. So he's a smart player where he knows when to step, he knows when not to step. So he knows if he steps, I really can't get this ball, and his positioning is good because he's comfortable in possession. So he's actually a smart player. So playing alongside Thiago Silva will help him a lot because Thiago Silva isn't the biggest of center backs either, but he's obviously a bit bigger than Kounde. But Kounde has he has potential to be big.
Just to add to Zane's point as well, when it comes to managers, it is a manager's job to minimize players' weaknesses being exploited. So at the end of the day, as much as like what we may have feel about little things here and there, that's a manager's job to actually make sure that that is minimized and you get to use that player to the best of his attributes. This applies to every position as well.
And the team in general.
From the eye test, I had my doubts straight away because I just looked things on paper and I was just like, oh, like he's this tall, Like I just thought, okay, this is how Seville plays. I'm not sure if he can do this. Then when I look at the stats are telling me he's actually really good at the things I had doubts about.
He's good at things we haven't got.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's why he's going to be a very special player.
And plus, I think he's a massive upgrade on Zouma.
Yeah,
do you reckon Kounde could be better
He's
than
the
Varane?
Ronaldinho of centre backs, bro.
Yeah, man, he's the Ronaldinho man of centre backs.
Do you reckon Kounde could be
I
better
actually
than
do
Varane?
because I think Varane coming to United, like I think he's achieved it all, and I don't think he has a mentality at this age. I don't know him personally, but from what I see, I don't know if he really wants. Maybe he could come and take over like mentality monster. He needs a new challenge, but I don't think he's really at the level. I think he peaked already. I think he peaked 4 years ago, 2017. Like his peak was 2017, 2018. No, 2016 to 2018. I think now he's still a quality center back, of course. But the many fans were just waiting for him to sign to start saying he's better than Van Dijk.
And plus,
Like,
he's already
you're
had a
not
better
saying-
season than Varane this season.
To say even he's better than Van Dijk is madness, bro. You can't just
Yeah, but you know how people get.
I won't compare him to Van Dijk.
I don't know. People are just gonna do that because as soon as their club is linked with a player, the gas comes, the propaganda comes. And when you're signing a player like Varane,
He's a monster.
Varane is a good player, but last season, even when we played them, Militao was the better center back than Varane. And even I watch Real Madrid. Militao has been better than Varane for the past 6 months.
Varane's a little brother, bro.
Varane got ripped apart by Man City as well. Like people forgetting it.
We had him on smoke in the
That
first.
was
Like,
some
I don't
of
think
the
he started the second.
Hey, moment.
But people
that
need
was-
to start putting
oh,
respect
my
on Varane's name.
Yeah,
I would
Pollock, bro. I was shocked, bro.
He plays for Manchester United. Now he's just basically.
Yeah, forget about
it.
Varane.
He's an op. He's an op. He's an op.
Light skinned Zouma.
Sorry.
No.
I know. Zuma's level clear of Varane. Don't want to hear it.
That's hilarious.
Level clear of Varane.
Oh my god.
Varane ain't got no minerals. Come on, man.
I sure Rand says
He's scored an goal this season. He's made an error.
No chance.
He's got nothing.
You lot seen the leaks to the new away kit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh no,
It's coming up. I'll put it on the screen now.
Oh my god, bro.
Wait,
I think
why?
Wait,
Let me know in the comment section what you think of
They're
the new
really
away
trying to
kit.
make Tuchel feel at home, huh?
No,
I actually,
They're trying to make,
I've
they're
always
trying to
liked
get
the
the best
yellow
of
kits,
Pulisic.
you know.
They're
I've always
trying to
liked
make you
the
feel at
yellow
home right
kits.
now.
I kind of like it.
I like.
I'm not gonna lie, without the stripes, that is a begging kit.
That's it getting put out.
Yeah.
I just thought about this. I hope
I
Kounde
don't like the
wasn't
stripes.
playing.
Have you seen the training kit?
I just thought about this,
I love
guys.
the
I
black
hope
training
Kounde
kit.
wasn't playing when
One
Jules scored 4.
That's a kit, man.
I just don't
Why,
like the
bro?
yellow.
Why did they have to put the lines on it, man? What the fuck?
Can I be real? Like, my thing with this kit is that if you do it the other way around and it's black on gold, it looks beautiful. And you get rid of the shitty stripes too.
Wait, so gold
You
lines
do a
and
reverse
black
colorway,
black
and
kit?
like, you're printing money with this sort of kit. But
Wait, so you mean
typical,
gold
we
lines and
always
black kit?
do something stupid.
I feel like they need to get some fans to do their ideas. Honestly,
I think
like,
it
it's
should
bad.
be yellow and blue.
I actually.
Who's that in the
think it's
photo,
for
Gem? That's
fuckery,
me, man. I told you I'm a part-time model. Come on, man.
It's not.
I
a
got the
bad
kit in my
I
background. I'm just not showing it yet. I can't.
You'll be attracting all the wasps and flies with that shit, man.
Dude, I know.
I remember having
I
a
agree.
kit
Yellow
back in the
kits.
day, bro. Back
Yeah,
in the day,
when
the
yellow
Brazil
kit, bees come for you.
Yeah, everything. Bees, wasps, and that. It's all long, man.
Few people like it, but a lot of people are talking about the lines as well. The lines
I
are.
like
horrendous.
if they had the lines, it should have been blue lines. Yellow
No,
and blue.
what they should have done is black with the yellow.
Yo, big up you guys.
The gold lines. Yeah, gold
Black,
accents.
bro.
Yeah, that
See you,
would be
Jeff.
sick.
Maybe for the third kit, but that would be too
Nike
similar
whack,
to the away
bruv.
kit.
Nike whack.
Speaking of third kit, have you guys seen the
Rubbish.
third kit?
Someone said it in it. I'm not sure
Can
who
you put
said
it up?
it, but someone said it.
All right, big up, boys. I'm
Nike,
I'll talk
Nike.
to y'all later.
That's why
That was me,
that's
man.
why
See you,
I
man.
only
See you,
really
Dan.
buy that classic.
Big up,
one.
Daniel.
Big up,
I can't believe me saying the classics are on point.
You guys seen the third kit yet?
No, what's
There's
the
nothing
third
wrong
kit?
with looking like
Yes,
Brazil,
Jack.
man.
No, can you
What's
send
all
it
that?
over?
Nothing
that
wrong
again,
with
Jim?
looking like Brazil. What's going
Hey,
on?
what's up, Jim?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad.
Brazil?
Not bad. You know,
Yeah,
no, you know, wait. You know the image. You know the image that you showed before that, where it's on the building. Go to that again.
That one.
I thought that was Haaland posing.
Nah, you wish. I think that's one of the Chelsea
Nah,
women's
bro.
team.
Where he's
Yeah,
playing
it
with
is.
the headband, it's on there, and I see that yellow kit, and I'm like, is that
It might
Dortmund?
be Fanil Harder. I'm not sure.
I thought that was Haaland.
I'm not sure. It looks like one of the
Could be
Chelsea
harder,
women's.
yeah, because she's a new signing.
No, Nike's taking the piss out of us, though. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't know what's
They are,
happening
man.
with the kid designs, man.
Adidas was.
The only reason why I got this is because there's 2 stars on it. Other than that, I wouldn't touch this.
I was gonna get that.
You still can, bro.
Wait, is that the new kit with the 2 stars, bro?
I'm waiting for the one to come with Kounde on the back. That's what I'm
Lewis.
waiting for, innit? I'm getting that. I'm running my
You really
Kounde
excited by
agenda.
Kounde?
I've got a Kounde agenda, innit? That's how I'm rolling with. So leave me with my Kounde agenda.
He also had a Turkey agenda, but
Oh,
he's not
Mr.
really
No
had that.
Players Agendas suddenly has a player
Yeah, no,
agenda.
well,
it's
if you want to
all
be
about the
shameless-
team, but now it suits you, does it?
No, 90% of our fan base runs around with these stupid agendas, which drives me mad. So why can't I just roll along with my?
If
my
you can't
Kounde
beat him,
agenda?
join
Join
him,
the
right?
crew, Jim.
If
Yeah.
you can't beat him, join him.
Join the hives, bruv. Just join
So
the
Dem,
hives.
I don't want to join any crusty or money.
Jim, you can get. You
I
know.
want to join a
Work it out.
Kounde.
Here's one perfect
Dem,
one
so
for
you're
you.
voluntarily you're choosing to be part of the problem rather than the solution here.
Nah. Christensen.
Bro, look at that
Yeah,
yellow
Jim,
stripe. That's terrible, man.
ChelseaMegaStore.com, and here you go. You can find the home kit.
That's
Just easy.
actually cheaper than all the other kits because it's got his name on the back of it, isn't it? That's why.
Wow.
They made extra. They could sell.
Man.
They made
120, nothing too bad. You got the Danish Maldini on the back.
Why is it triple XL though? What the fuck's going on?
It's the only size left. Come on, man. Christensen shirts are selling out quick. Everyone wants
They're
an
selling
AC
out-
kit.
Bettinelli's just been announced. I don't care about a third goalie, honestly.
Oh, what a great signing!
We've got a signing. Let's go. Is there a photo? Let me see.
He's gonna be our third choice keeper, though, isn't he?
Did you say Bettinelli has been announced?
Yeah, Bettinelli has been announced.
Has Willie Caballero retired then? Has he actually retired?
Yeah, he's left. He was wearing a Chelsea shirt on holiday. What a legend. He's retired.
Oh, he's winning Champions League, you know.
Let me
He's
get
probably had a great retirement.
The only way I'm getting that second kid is if we sign Haaland, bro.
Could he be our second goalie? Bettinelli. Could he get in front of Kepa, do you reckon?
Maybe, if Kepa plays that badly. Goalkeeper Marcus Bettinelli has today joined Chelsea Football Club, arrives having been out of contract at Fulham, and he will add strength to our goalkeeping resources following the departure of Willie Caballero. Spent over a decade at Craven Cottage, making 120 appearances for the White. Is that it? For over a decade? And also represented the England under-21 team early in his career. He said, it's been a dream of mine to come over to this side, and it's finally happened. Lol, Fulham fans are going to hate that. It's always been a special club. I know the area very well, so it's been a dream of mine to come over to this side, and it's finally happened. There was some talk to go when I was a bit younger, and for whatever reason that didn't come about, but I'm here now. Mad.
His dream has come true, bro. Good for him.
Can I say one thing about yesterday's game, guys? And I just want to give a shout out to Bobby Roman for actually crossing the ball to our striker, didn't it?
Well, you better do for 95,000 a week. Fuck me.
Alonso was on the pitch and hitting it on the first defender.
Yeah, Alonso was getting.
Don't talk to me about
Alonso.
Can I point out he was
Lampard
also our captain
rolling,
yesterday?
bro. He was smashing TVs, mate.
Yo, Lewis, I got a cut, my guy.
Bless, bro. Safe for jumping on.
We got to get rid of him. We got to get rid of Alonso, man. I can't watch him any longer.
He's a cockroach, Gem. Gem. Alonso, I've learned he's a cockroach. He's a cockroach. He never dies.
No, he's a snail, mate. That's what he is.
There's been many times.
No, he's a cockroach. He can't die in his team. He can't be sold.
Imagine if he was a cockroach, man. At least he would be agile and all that shit. So.
I guess.
Even Tammy Abraham, man. Look at Tammy yesterday. How many chances did he want? I'm not joking.
About 4 or 5.
Trust me, man.
Hey, can we say Tammy now, Daniel?
Wait, Tim, what do you think about it? Because Johnny was saying it was him just trying to protect himself because he's got 1 foot out of the door. What were your thoughts on his performance? Was it that or was it just Tammy?
That there is plain Tammy Abraham, Johnny. I'm sorry. Yeah. You can't sit there and tell me that he doesn't do shit like that. He does shit like that all the time. Can I just give you an example? Like Brozier comes on the pitch, gets that beautiful chance inside of the box, he controls it and he says, bang, top corner. Yeah, that's what we need. Not the Tammy Abraham that has 4 chances in a game and he can't convert blimmin' 1, and he gets his 5th one and he scores, and everyone goes, yeah, he's a great striker. He's not. He's a good striker. He's not Chelsea level though. I keep saying this. He's just not good enough.
Yeah,
for our club.
I think we all agree on that.
It is what it is. It's maybe a squad player, but I like Brozier from what I've seen of him. I don't think I think he could be our 3rd striker. I wouldn't even put him 2nd. I'd give him a 3rd striker option and just see how it goes.
He's not good enough.
He is not good enough for the bench.
Unrelated note, guys. Arsenal are ready to offer Hector Bellerin in part exchange for Martinez.
Okay. I thought hang up the phone.
Overrated.
Like, are you not serious? This is as bad as that Suarez bid they made years ago. What the fuck?
Hector Bellerin probably 20 million for fucking owning their broke club for fucking Martinez. Are you crazy? Why would he want to downgrade?
Wait, who's trying to give Hector to?
Oh my god, that is ridiculous.
When on Twitch, the fans asking the chat about Martinez and Arsenal, and Fab's reaction was just, he was like, nah, there's nothing on Martinez.
Downgrade to their dead club. Oh my god.
Where did you see that, Mo?
Even if he comes to us, and
it's
he's
on Twitter,
overrated, bro.
It's a
he's
tweet.
Overrated.
Let me send it to you.
He needs
delusional, bro. They're just delusional.
Wait, did you say Martinez is overrated?
Yeah, he's overrated. Very overrated.
He's not overrated.
Yes, he is. He is, bro. Like Lukaku, they put Lukaku and him on the same level. Lukaku is double the player Martinez is. Ex-Inter.
But then he still scores double-digit goals, though, Holic. Saying that our team can't do.
Yeah, because Lukaku gets the best out of
the last 2 seasons. He scored 20 odd goals in his first season for Inter Milan, and then scores another.
Nah, he didn't score 20 in the league though.
I'll tell you. I'll have a look now.
I didn't score 20 in the league.
Who didn't score Champions League goals?
No. We are saying Lautaro Martinez didn't score 20 in Serie A.
He scored 40. All right, he scored 17 goals. What does it matter? He's still double digits. That's still a good record.
Oh, but the Tammy numbers. It's Tammy numbers.
That ain't Tammy numbers. Tammy had one season at 15. And then he scored another 15 goals in the year.
Yeah, Lautaro had one season.
It was 18 in all competitions, just to let you know, for Tammy's first season.
Lautaro had one over 15.
Yeah. And he scored 32.
And please, you're saying people are saying in the comments he's a second striker. He's not a second striker. He plays further than Lukaku. Oh my god.
I like when people try to compare him to Aguero, but he's not. He may look like a
he's more of a poor man's Carlos Tevez, if anything.
I let Martinez go Arsenal. He's still getting locked in the AC.
They ain't getting him, man. It'd be stupid to go there anyway.
He's never going there.
Hey guys, aren't we forgetting how Lacazette was a great striker before he went to Arsenal? Like,
was he?
He was. He was actually good in
Lacazette.
Frenchly tax.
He was a gunman in French. He's actually scoring a lot of goals in the French league and then Arsenal.
And people from the French league, they're better than Serie A people in the Premier League.
Arsenal tax in it. It's cool.
Yeah, the only way he goes to Arsenal is if they're going to do an Aubameyang on him and give him like 200, 300 grand a week, and that's the only. And he'll just go there for the wages. I don't see why he'd want to go there for ambition.
And he wouldn't improve him because he has no motivation at that point.
Exactly.
And that's fine with me.
That's true.
They're a dead club. They've got no ambition, man.
Exactly. Dead.
No weak mentality.
I don't know where Arsenal liquidate themselves. Dead team.
Got to say something about Arsenal.
We better not fucking lose to them on Sunday either.
Oh, shit. Is it Sunday we're
Go ahead
playing?
and say it, Michael.
Yeah, the 1st of August.
What time is it? No.
Not too sure. I think it should be an earlier kickoff.
I
know the Wednesday game against Spurs is a 7:45.
Yeah, I was going to go to that, but I can't bothered. So much work going on.
Alright, there's still tickets on general sale. Come down. All the Euros players will be back. You get to see AC live in the flesh.
Are you going as well?
Oh yeah, I'm going.
I was going to go to the Westview.
I'm missing that.
I was going to get a ticket in the
Chelsea also calm as well. I think I'll be able to go to games past October. All I need is an antigen test.
You got to have either vaccinated or you got to have a negative COVID, negative test. Then, yeah, is that what they said?
Yeah, negative test. That's fine. I'll take negative. I'll take tests every week.
I ain't. Well,
let me not say too much, but I'm not taking this stupid vaccine.
Yeah, another place at the time.
I'm not getting into it, but basically, yeah, I agree with Lewis.
Yeah, I will get into it though. I don't mind. Fucking people getting double jabbed, but they're still going to hospital.
But people get to it's become like an argument like you would have in football now. It's like, oh my god, you ain't had the jab. You're out of order. You're affecting this world. It's like
you're at risk of infecting us, even though you've taken a vaccination that should make you immune. You're
the ones that are turning into zombies, man, not us.
But that's guys. Just to kind of rebuttal this here, like vaccines are not meant to make you immune. They're supposed to decrease.
I've been told by the nurse. Yeah, when I got the jab, you're only supposed to deal with it a lot better.
That's what.
Yeah, but when you type in if you type in the definition for a vaccination, it's something that's meant to give you immunity. So
yeah, not attack your immune system, which is what it's doing, and not just that. It's not even been clinically proven. It's still got 3 years to clinically proven it. Everyone's just taking it.
That part I can't disagree with them. Like if it's not been clinically proven,
this is a very spicy conversation.
Yeah, right. Hey, let's get into it, man. I'm here for it.
Very annoying.
But the reason why it's been also sped up is, by the way, I'm not for it or against it. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. People make their own choices in it. Yeah, but like the main thing is like the reason why it's been sped up so quickly is usually there's a lot of like stuff that they have to get through to make it actually viable for people to take it. But obviously, because of the pandemic, they've basically made it easier for them to kind of get through those things. However, with that being said, it's still not been given enough time for people to be convinced by it.
But let's just look at this selfishly, man. Like my work's telling me that if we get double jabbed, we don't have to wear a mask. But now they're coming back and saying even if you are double jabbed indoors, you're going to have to start wearing a mask. So why would I get a vaccine if we're just thinking selfishly, yeah, I know, like pan civilization, I should probably be helping slow the spread, whatever. But like selfishly, why would I go do this thing that's unproven? If I'm healthy, I'm young, then I'm gonna have to wear a mask anyway.
There's literally one main benefit from this vaccine. That is so that people don't get hospitalized in the big numbers that they were expecting.
Right, but I'm young, I'm healthy, so I'm not at risk.
Anyway.
Regardless,
you can still get COVID by getting a jab, but you're supposed to deal with it a lot better.
It doesn't make you immune to it, though, does it? You still
no, but it's not
like any normal person.
It's not.
It's supposed to be like a normal illness.
You get a flu jab, you still can get the flu. Like like guys, you have to think of it that way.
At the end of the day, right? If the government enforces
we're not immune to flus, guys.
If the government enforces it in this country, it's discrimination in my eyes. You can't force people to have this vaccination. I'm sorry.
Oh, that part I agree.
I don't think they'll force it. I think they might say, "Oh, you can't go to this place," maybe, and that, I guess that is
another way of forcing it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's discrimination.
Johnny, you said you can't even take the vaccine.
No, I can't.
Exactly. There you go. You've got probably medical problems.
But man are gonna say Johnny can't go to games because he can't take the vaccine.
That's because Johnny's got minerals in him, isn't it?
That's
why he can't do that.
I'm waiting for the club to tell me if my letter from the doctor's enough to allow me to just take a test and then go to the game, because then I'll be able to go to the game.
Yeah, I think taking a test is fair enough.
I don't see what the problem with that is.
Test is more than fair.
If I can't have a vaccination,
I agree.
Why the hell can I not do a test and go to the game? What the hell?
I will take an antigen test every week. I don't care. That's light work. I don't care.
You know, that's fine. You know, I think that's more than fine. Honestly, there's no
I want
problem.
to go to the away games. You know what I mean? I want to go, bro. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you've been tested and you're negative, then it's all good.
Yeah, there shouldn't be an issue.
I can't wait to sit in a stadium next to Lewis and watch Christensen play. That's gonna be so funny.
Drop the agenda.
It's gonna be funny for you. You're gonna spend the start of the game criticizing him. You're gonna leave the game thinking, "Oh, he's pretty good."
Can you imagine if he kisses someone's ass again?
Jem's gonna be.
I swear, I will laugh my
Jem's
head
leaving the game, bro, going to the
my
mega store, bro, buying a Christensen shirt. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, come on, Jem. Don't worry. We'll get you an AC.
I'm getting a Kounde shirt.
The full
You can get Kounde on the third kit. We'll get Christensen on the home kit.
Nah,
You think Kounde starts for us?
Kounde and Havertz, man.
Not that Kounde, Christensen, Rudiger. That's going to be our most regular back three, I think.
Do you reckon? I don't. I think it'll be Silva, Kounde, Rudiger, and then Christensen.
I think that you might see that for the bigger games. I think Silva comes in for the bigger matches, but you see him get rested a lot more this season too.
Yeah, I don't mind Christensen playing in the middle. I don't. I think he's good. He's good in the back three in the middle, not on the right.
So you think Christensen goes into Silva's spot and we put Kounde on the right?
Yeah, Kounde and Aspie go on the right. I think Reece James and Hudson-Odoi are going to be battling at right wing back. To be honest, I think Kounde could play on the left too. With
he can play on the left. That's what I was about to say to you. He's that versatile. He can play across the back. I know some people say.
But then apparently Thiago Silva can play on the left too if needed.
He won't play.
Nah, man, come on, man. Let's see.
Tuchel said that himself, didn't he?
Yeah, Tuchel is being nice, man.
Tuchel being nice.
Tuchel doesn't.
No, he's gonna play in the middle though when he plays though, right? Like Silva's definitely playing in the middle.
Guys, I'm out, man. Take care, yeah.
See you later, man.
Be well, dude.
Kounde's a good signing for Chelsea. People that moan
great
about
signing.
They are moaning about it. It's just stupid. It makes
who's
sense in every way. The fact that
the new sexuals, bro, they're saying, "Man, we so gay and we are buying a centre back. I can't believe it, lads."
No, it's because they want to prioritize. From what I've been told, it's because they want us to prioritize our signings. But if you can get a Kounde signing done like we have that quick, why the hell are we going to wait to do a Haaland deal, which is taking us?
Exactly.
And Mark Gay literally just paid off the deal. It's Mark Gay in 5 million.
Hey, Jim, they wouldn't say the same thing if Declan Rice joined. So,
yeah. Burnt rice, man.
Brexiters, man. I tell you.
I don't want
Jim, I saw you talking to Terry the other day, man. I saw you talking to Terry. I saw, he put the question to a couple of Chelsea fans, like, seems like Tuchel wants Rice, we should all back him if that's the case.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that, to be honest. I mean, I think that I don't really like the price.
But it looks like we're going for Chouameni instead.
I'll back anyone that comes through the door, even if I don't like the guy. I still have to back him. He plays for our club.
Cool.
I'm not to the point where I hold like emotional feelings to every player if I like or dislike. If they wear the shirt, I put the club first. I always put my club first. So it is what it is.
Cool. Totally agree.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Declan Rice personally for me is not my first choice, but just like Chilwell last year, if the manager wants him, I'll back him. And Chilwell actually turned out to be one of my favorite players. I'm thinking about getting a shirt with 21 on the back if he keeps that number. So same thing for Declan Rice. If he comes in and then performs, and
You should get
if he performs and evaluates his price tag, then fine, go ahead. But personally, for me, he is way too overpriced for me. But if Tuchel wants him, I'll back it.
Take price out of it, and you would have him.
No, I wouldn't.
You would.
No, I wouldn't.
You
Who you have over him then?
Well, first of all,
Sure,
Ndidi, as a straight up hold on DMs, Ndidi from lesser 100%. Who else?
He might be more expensive.
True, but he's a better player right now in my opinion.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. Definitely, man.
Yeah, of course you would.
Johnny, do you?
No, Ndidi's his quality, man.
I'm not saying he's not, but Declan Rice is going to be Chelsea, so get ready for it, mate.
I hope not. I'll let Man United come in for a DM.
Hey, as long as he's not Chelsea, I'm shitting on him because he plays for local.
If he's not
rival,
Chelsea, if he's not Chelsea, fair play.
he plays for a local rival, Johnny. I'm not supposed to like him very much, you know.
See, this is the angle, Holic. That's the angle you got to take, bro.
He plays for a local rival, Johnny. Don't forget, man. West
Of course. But if I know Chelsea want him, then I'm going to back my club, and if my club want to back the Rice deal, I'm backing the Rice deal, bro.
Yeah, until Rice is a Chelsea player, I will continue to say bad things about him.
Well,
I think just a lot of people slag off his ability, man. Like, I think he's a better player than like a lot of people give him credit for.
All you lot in the mud when he signs, man.
No,
Who's that? Declan Rice. He ain't Johnny.
Right, if Declan Rice signs for Chelsea, I will do the most shameless 180 and back him because he's Chelsea.
Yeah,
Until
well,
then, he's got West Ham stuff.
Yeah,
until then, he's playing for those fuckers and clever.
He's going to get the same treatment that Mount will get, and he's cost money.
He's not going to. They're not going to pay 70 million. They want 70 million plus a player for him. From what I've heard, that's not happening. Chelsea will not do that. They're just not do that. No way in hell.
Mason Mount doesn't need Declan Rice to succeed in his career. It does make a difference in his career.
Honestly, they're like an administration right now, aren't they? West Ham.
You might as well wait until next season when he'll be worth 40 or 35 million when he goes back to his normal price. That's what's going to end up happening.
But we need a 6 now, though, is a problem.
Down that much to Gem because he'll still have 3 years. Still a long contract.
Yeah.
If the price will come down that much, I might agree. But we need a 6.
It might be 15 million less or 20 at best. But I mean, yeah, cool. Like I'm down for that. I think you get Tchouameni, and then they'll probably go for Rice next year.
If the lad wants us so much, bro, just put in a transfer request. And Lewis, you mentioned the loyalty bonus, man. We can pay him. We can pay him that under the table, no problem. We have money at Chelsea. We know that. So just put in a transfer request, Declan, if you love us that much.
We got something better than money, man. We got Marina.
That's very hard to do, Holly.
Yeah, but they've already turned against them. It was that Myron that said that just now.
Yeah, paying off the buyout clause as well without anyone noticing. Good luck.
Hey, Johnny, man, the way he's twerking for Chelsea, he made it verbally clear that he wants to play for Chelsea. Just make it officially clear and put in a transfer request. I'm not asking for much. It's your dream club, isn't it, Declan? Are you proper Chelsea? Then put in a transfer request.
He might do that after he comes back from holiday with Mason and Chili B and Reece James. So he might.
He actually might. Yeah. I doubt
God help us in that case. I'd rather just go for Boubacar Kamara.
Listen, if we don't get Haaland, we will get a striker. I'm telling you now. If it ain't Haaland, someone's going to come through the door. We will.
Yeah, but who?
I don't know.
I still think Lukaku can happen.
Yeah, I think Lukaku's. Yeah, maybe is a maybe. Still,
There's no way Lukaku turns down Chelsea. It's only Inter Milan will be this year.
Yeah.
Look, Inter Milan ain't selling this season. They have made it very clear they are not selling him.
If we slap 85 million, 90 million, there's no way that they
want 100.
Come on, man.
They are. If we flaunt over 100 million for him, they'll accept it.
52 million. They're getting peanuts.
Yeah,
They're getting peanuts. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Trust me. You're going to have to pay 130 million for Lukaku for them to sell.
Chelsea probably
because they already owe money.
Be that desperate.
Exactly, they owe money.
Hopefully not, man.
Just give him 90 million and this guy, and we're good.
Yeah, but not with the trophy. Just give him that. Yeah.
No. Trophy's staying with us for the next 3 years.
Hey, Johnny, if Declan Rice doesn't put in a transfer request, he doesn't have the minerals, bro. He doesn't.
He ain't got no minerals, Declan Rice. He's got minerals.
He's the captain. He's the captain, isn't
Bro, I don't give a shit. He's talking about me and Kante would play great together. Man, just put it in a transfer request. Put it in a transfer request. Johnny, he can't use this card. He's trying to play both sides, and he's doing horrible at it. We know he wants to leave. We know.
I like the way he's really trying to bench Jorginho and Kovacic by saying that as well. Like, yeah, me and Kante, yeah, we'll do it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Rice and Kante. I've already forward passing would be horrendous.
well, apparently not. Apparently his progression with the ball is so impressive. Have you not seen that for West Ham?
His progression with the ball is it's about as progressive as ball with Johnson, man. Come on, man. It's not
That's what I'm
progressive.
being told anyway.
Hey, we only need him for one thing, man. Break up counterattacks and bully like physical center
Mason Mount
mids.
do all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Johnny, can I ask you a question?
But then
real
Mason
quick?
Mount has to drop even deeper. You want to see him in the final third.
Final third, yeah.
He drops anywhere he needs to drop, man.
No, he don't. He can't be near there.
He always turns up.
Just dropping minerals all over the
7,
field.
8 out of 10 performance. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10.
Man, we want Mason Mount to play further up and doing the
We should
Mount
just call
spin.
him.
Or
We should
whatever
just
it's played
call him
up.
8 out of 10 Mount. We should call him 8 out of 10 Mount. That's what we should call
He's
him.
dropped a couple of fives and
8 out of
fours.
10.
but-
Pretty low though,
Yeah, I
Johnny.
agree.
Nah, come on, Jem. Where you going?
He ain't perfect every single game. You need to drop
He's
that.
not. When he got played in the
No,
decent.
no.
Remember
I'm
when
not
he got
saying
played?
he's perfect.
Johnny.
I'm saying his worst performance is about a 7.
No, but Johnny, do you remember
No.
when you played as a? Do you remember when you played as a
That
six?
is cap.
Yeah,
What game was that, Jim?
He played as a
I rem-
six with who the fuck
What game was that?
Home, wasn't it?
It was late in the season.
Was it Brighton?
Yeah,
Brighton.
he's playing in a
Was it
position he doesn't
Brighton?
play in.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Brighton.
that's what I'm saying. That weren't an 8 out of 10 performance,
Yeah,
was it? It was
yeah, but-
non-existent that game.
No, but in his position,
That was easily his worst performance, though.
In his positions, he's a 7 out. At worst, he's a 7 out of 10.
Again,
so
that's
then let him
cap.
play higher up the
Not
pitch.
that
That's what I'm
game,
saying.
Why is that cap? Why is that cap? Tell me
Because
who's,
it's-
tell
Not
me
that
who's
game,
not consistent. He's our most consistent player. So if
Yeah,
our
he
most
is,
consistent
but
player
not that
isn't
game,
getting
bro.
7 out of 10,
Jim,
then
see what
who's
you've done,
getting
bro.
7 out of
See what
10?
you've
Tell
done.
me who's getting 7 out of 10.
Okay. All right, let me explain this.
Hey, Johnny,
You
you're
started
right.
this.
Johnny, you're right. Johnny, you're right. Let's leave it. Yeah, he's right.
Hey, let's
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
Yeah, exactly. There we
You
go.
know what? Yeah, I'll tell you this. Yeah, Frank Lampard.
Too late, bro.
Frank Lampard.
Oh, no.
bringing through Mason Mount and Gilmore.
Oh,
Is better than winning
fuck's
the
sake,
Champions
Johnny,
League,
we
mate.
know.
That's what I'm going to say, bro. Yeah, that is a special achievement. That is.
Johnny, what are you
So-
expecting from Mason Mount next
Man,
season?
Frank
Do you think
Lampard
he
is
can
still
elevate his
job
level?
center.
Of course, he's going to elevate. He's only 22. He's going to get way
Yeah,
better.
do you think he can be? What does he need to do better than what he did last season?
I
in your eyes?
15 Premier League goals.
He's already 8 out of 10.
I think his strikers need to fucking score goals so he gets his assists up. That's one thing, right? And then secondly, needs a bit of help so that he can have shots, man. Like he.
What about
score
him?
outside the
What
box.
about him? His own
Double
individual
figures.
games.
He needs to get.
What does he?
needs
What does
get
he have to
double
improve
figures.
on?
Double figures mainly.
Yeah.
I would say
Releasing
I
the ball
think for
earlier.
him-
Go to the assist up, man.
For him, I
Tactics.
think his target has been 10 goals, 10 assists. I think he wants to get sort of 10 to 12 to 15 goals and maybe 10, 12 assists or more assists. I think his target is to get double figures this season, and he wants to win the Premiership, and he'll do everything he can to do it.
Personally,
His range
for
of
me,
passing.
Go ahead, Myron.
Well, he's got all that already. His
No,
final
no,
ball in
so-
the Champions League was there. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
He's got
right.
it,
Okay,
innit?
I was going to use that as an example. I think if we get ball, like if he plays that quality of ball, I mean that was perfect. Like that was an amazing pass, but like it was not something we were seeing consistent. It was world class, yeah, absolutely. But it was not something we were seeing. I would say as regularly as I would like to see it throughout the season.
Right. But you also
And
got to take
something
into
I would love to see more of.
Yeah,
right?
but you got to take into consideration that this season, the whole front line was very disjointed throughout the whole season and inconsistent. I think going into this season, we're not going to have that issue. And I think with a Haaland especially, he's going to be getting a lot more assists and goals.
So as the team improves in that way, I would expect to see, and I would hope to see Mason also grow in that same way too.
Yeah, because he'll be feeding the Haalands and the Kai Havertzes.
Right, and that's what I want to see, and that's what I want to see him step up. As the team steps up, that's what I also want to see him step up.
But now the team's going to be more balanced when you get a Kounde in, and you bring in a Tchouameni or a Rice. You start to get balanced.
man.
Yeah, and then you've got Haaland up front. The team's very balanced, and that helps players like Kai Havertz and Mason Mount and Pulisic to excel, to not only reach their own personal targets but also targets for the whole team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I agree with that, man.
I think he's very young, as is Havertz, Pulisic, and Odoi. They're all 20, 22. Do you know what I mean? They're very young. Bring in Haaland, he's another 20-year-old. Bring in a Tchouameni, he's 21-year-old. Declan Rice, 22. So you're bringing in young players, but with pedigree as well. Do you know what I'm saying? And minerals.
Agreed. Hey, Michael, I cut you off, man.
Why do we need Rice when we have a Premier League winning centre midfield in Danny?
We needed Gilmore, bruv. That's what we needed. We needed Gilmore, man.
Yeah, I would have Gilmore than Rice.
Johnny, we know he's going to get better at Norwich than he would have with us this season.
You don't know that. Well, let's see.
We don't know that. Let's see.
Because we know he's going to have more game time.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting.
Norwich have a progressive manager that was.
I'm going to be a progressive manager that got relegated last time. Let's have it right. So I want to see.
Yeah, but what's the difference between Norwich then and Norwich now?
Well, I want to see what the difference is.
Gilmore
Gilmore is their best player by far.
Yeah, he's
would they have stayed up?
Going to be the difference this season.
He could make him stay up.
Imagine
he will be Young Player of the Year this season.
Johnny,
whoa, let's calm down with that.
Hey,
imagine
if
what?
No, Johnny, too far, Johnny, too far.
Imagine
if Young Player of the Year. Why? He's got the minerals. Why is he not going to be?
Yeah, but we have players like Havertz and Mount, bro. I mean,
they're not young, bruv. They're not young. Mount's going to be either Player of the Year, bruv. He's going to be Player of the Season with Kai Havertz.
God damn, man. Yeah, but if he's Player of the Year, he's Young Player of the Year because he's.
No.
Yes, he can.
And Havertz need the qualification to become Young Player of the Year. So if Gilmore's
going to be 23, he's going to be 23. So Gilmore,
and because he's 22 at the start of the season, he can still make it.
Gilmore's
he can
20.
still make it.
Gilmore's 20.
So same with Kounde, Reece James. We have a lot of young players in our team. So listen, Billy Gilmore, I love him, and yeah, I would have rather had him than Declan Rice. I will always maintain that opinion, but it wasn't to be. Let's just see how he does at Norwich.
And when we have, God forbid, we have Jorginho injured, all right, we're going to see how mudded we are.
Can I make my mouth point real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Michael. Just cut in, man.
Kounde can play CDM. We don't need Rice. Go get Haaland. I don't mind Kounde, Christensen, or Reece James playing in DM. All of those are good options for me. Yeah, go on. Someone else had a point they wanted to drop.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a point about Mason. Listen, when it comes to Mason, in my opinion, he has a long way to go before we get anywhere near where Johnny's trying to, hype him up to be. I love Mason Mount completely and utterly, but
I'm not hyping him.
That is hype. That is
that's not hype.
Are you guys 2 more subs away from 23K? Smash the subscribe button if you ain't done it. Let's go.
Smash it.
Sorry for interrupting.
Now, what I'm saying is, when it comes to Mason, what do top players have? They have the technical ability and the output. Mason does not have that great output yet. I know when it comes to assists, he gets robbed massively. But in terms of goals,
that's not his fault, is it?
He's
a clutch player.
Hang on, Johnny. Let me land. In terms of goals, Mason's shooting technique ain't there right now. And same thing for Reece.
What are you talking about? The Liverpool game. Did you not see that? What do you mean?
That's one example. That is
one
example.
What about the West Brom game? What about the Fulham game? What about the Porto game? What about Real Madrid tapping? What are you not seeing? Why is his shooting all of a sudden? Why is his shooting gone all shit all of a sudden?
I didn't say shit.
All right. So what are you trying to say? That he hasn't got technical ability, no final ball, and his shooting needs to get better? Of course he needs to get better.
That's putting words in my mouth. Johnny, let me land here.
I'm hearing what you're hearing, bro. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh my God. What I'm saying is Mason's got the ability to get into the positions, but when it comes to actually just finishing easy chances, he just doesn't do it.
Give me an example. What easy chances?
The first leg against Porto, he missed a clear chance. West Brom, in the first half, he missed. Man United at Stamford Bridge, he cut back onto his left foot instead of shooting with his right first time.
Yeah, but what's your point? Because the goals that he scored have all been clutch goals that have dug us out of games and won us games. So when he scores goals, they mean something. It's called being clutch, not like Bruno Fernandes or Kevin De Bruyne when they turn up in finals and then they're non-existent. Like Mason Mount is 22 years old. He's a lot younger, and he's already. Did
I ever say he can't grow up to be the player you're saying?
No, and I'm not saying. I'm saying he's going to grow and get even better, but he's already at a high level right now.
And that is where I disagree. His output is not saying that he's at that high level right now.
He is at a high level. He's won the Champions League.
So did Marcus Alonso. What's your point?
Nah. Hey, listen. Mason was important, bro. Don't do that, bro.
I'm not saying that Mason was not.
Yeah, but Marcus Alonso,
and who
man,
got us to the final? What goal? Look at the goals he scored that got us to the finals. Look at the goals he scored. The moments that he scored the goals. These are big moments in big games. These are things you can't just teach players these things. They're born with it. They're born with the greatness, the mentality. Mason Mount's got elite mentality. He's an already elite player, and he's going to have people like you that don't think that maybe he can't get there, or he's got 4 years, 5 years before he gets there. But he's already at a high level, and he's going to get even better next season. And when he wins a Premiership, what are we all going to say? At 22, 23, he's got a Premiership and a Champions League title, better than Lampard and Terry, Drogba. That whole team. No. They never won a Champions League title and a Premiership in their first season, 2 seasons.
We're still talking about Mount. I've literally just gone into
Yeah.
Stop it. I've been texting the whole time. We're still talking about Mount.
I'm putting things into context, bro.
Okay, basically
context for you of the level that he's at right now is a very high
level. Who don't like him? Who don't like him? Who started you off?
This guy.
What have you said, mate? What have you said?
He likes him.
Wait. I said I love Mason Mount. I really do. It's just I really don't understand hyping up the young players like this and saying that they're
hype. What I've said is not hype. It's fact.
Because Johnny loves him like a son. Johnny loves him more than he loves most living human beings alive. That's why he's saying this.
I've stated to you facts. They're not hearsays or what ifs and all that. They're facts. What I've just stated to you. He's our most chance creator. He scored our most important clutch goals. He assisted in the Champions League final. He got us to the final with his goals. He's the most consistent player. He's our young player of the season. He's only 22. He's only had 1 year previous year at Champions League football. His free kick got us Champions League football to be in it to win it. What do you not understand?
He also manages Chelsea as well, and his name's Minerals Money Mason Mount. He does it all. He's the director. He's the board.
Come on, Jem.
He's everything, mate.
Listen, what you got to respect with this kid, because he's still a kid. All right. He's got a fantastic career ahead of himself, and he's going to get better. And he's not the complete player right now, but he's complete in his game.
That was my complete point.
I think that's literally what Michael said.
But no, he didn't say that, because if he said that, he would have said he's not complete yet, and I would have said no.
I did say that.
You didn't say he's not complete.
I think he said there's aspects of his game he needs to improve to be world class.
That is effectively my point.
He's not that great and all this, but what do you expect a 22-year-old? Look at all of our players at 22, at 20. Look at Adoy. What's he done at his age at 20, 21?
But Mount's next level.
Mount is way level. He's levels above the first team players in the team.
Oh, that right there. That is right what I'm talking about.
He's levels above Kai Havertz this season. And you cannot say to me he's not. You cannot say
I can.
This season.
You're talking rubbish to me if you're saying that. Because
this season he was. Let's not bullshit.
Big up Oba1 saying stop sucking off Mount, love him and he will improve. I don't think you're sucking him off, though. You're just spreading the propaganda.
I'm backing him. Yeah,
man, that's all it is.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to back him all the way through his career, because that's how it's going to be with everyone, and I'm down for it. I'm up for the debate. 24/7 lockdown. Whenever you want to bring it, I'll bring the minerals to you. I'm all good with that.
Let me make my full point.
Oh, so now we've got another
Mount,
point.
Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi all need to improve. That is my main point.
When did I say that Mount doesn't need to improve?
Can you stop for a second?
Go ahead.
There's a comment from Jan about Haaland up here. It's nothing. It's nothing. Basically, I'll read it. He said, Erling's very professional talking to the press
we've
yesterday.
heard that. Yeah,
that was an hour ago.
Yeah,
we heard that.
We've heard it.
It was a load of waffle then. It's a load of waffle
It's
now.
not waffle. It's not waffle. It's saying that if a madman pays
what I'm trying to get is if you read between the lines at the end, he actually says Dortmund will sell him if they get a crazy offer.
Lewis is already beat up, Jan, man.
The crazy offer's already gone in, boys and girls. Just wait for the announcement. So just
that's what Jan
tweeting.
said 2 weeks ago. Now he's saying if
it's not
Chelsea
2
go
weeks
crazy.
ago.
We've done that.
2 weeks ago, he said his exact words were, "I can see Haaland staying. I can't see him leaving." Yesterday, he said, "I can see." Fabrizio said, "I can't see the deal happening," and then he said, "I can see Haaland leaving." So why has he changed his tune in the 2 weeks? Because things are moving. That's
Everybody, what is like your mindset with this Haaland deal?
The only thing that's moving is his gums, and that's it.
Hey, if Jan told me the weather yesterday, I would be more surprised than the information he gave.
What's up, Declare?
Let's
cut down, guys.
Bullshit we already knew.
The one thing I will say is though, if it does get announced, whether it's off or on, or Chelsea, or he confirms Chelsea have done this astonishing bit, it will come from Jan. I don't think it'll come from Fabrizio. It will come directly from Jan.
Not until the deal is done.
Jim, I actually think the opposite, man. I think Jan is Team Haaland, bro. He's looking out for their interest.
Yeah, that's the point, though.
He will know before Fabrizio. You know that, don't you?
Yeah,
you do know that.
Yeah, but it depends how they want to proceed. Like if it's to make Haaland look good, he will come out from him, right? If it's something that he doesn't want to front, it will come out from Fab himself or someone else. So that's why when he talks about a fantasy bid, yeah. But really, when we talk about, and I've said this probably yesterday too, on here, is that there's a sweet spot. Like Dortmund have something to lose, but he's looking out for Haaland. So
he doesn't care about Dortmund. It's the Haaland camp because of Alfie.
Yeah.
That's
So probably
that's what he's protecting.
on the other side, you're probably 100% right. Maybe there's a little deal there that he's looking out for their interest, but he's going to be the first to know to break out the news.
He knows already it's done.
It will either be Matt Law or Jan Ferdorf.
He knows it's
Fabrizio isn't even a conversation, man. Yesterday was his first time that he broke something out of Chelsea, so Fabrizio isn't reliable like that. So.
But what I think is that. Sorry,
I'll tell you why.
I was going to say I'm kind of sticking to your. I'm giving you like two points of your
He's going to
thing.
be told when to announce it. That's what's going to happen.
Next week, by the latest, I reckon it's going to happen.
Yeah, Jan knows. Jan will be the first to know, but he does. When you see him talk, he doesn't want to give nothing away. Now, if something leaks, Jan's not going to be the first one to leak it.
He declared he does give stuff away.
You do know that you do have to mentally prepare yourselves a bit though, because by next week, if we still don't hear anything, we will have to set ourselves up to think that potentially this might not happen. I'm telling you now.
I don't think the board let us wait this freaking long.
Hey, Jem's 100% right because I've done that before. I'm at the level of we're getting ins.
In my opinion.
I'm expecting ins. Right, and if we get Haaland, I'm going to be so happy. But ins is where I'm at.
Listen.
I'm not saying we won't get
him.
We
aren't even linked to that.
Go big, man.
The club is not even looking at him.
You see why I'm going to be disappointed then, bro?
Put your heart on the line, man. I'm all in on the Haaland train.
Chelsea went behind everyone's backs and done Kounde, right? And they're going behind everyone's backs with Haaland. Now they chose CFC fan page or whatever his name is, right? And they could have chosen any other journalist, any top tier journalist they could have chosen, and they chose that guy to leak the information. All right.
Well, people also don't understand that Chelsea do.
Hold on. He's not a top tier journalist. All right. He's been fed the information. So if anything does go wrong, as a precaution and a safety net for Chelsea Football Club, so don't lose face. It can be, well, is he trustworthy? Is he not? We're not sure. It's not come from Jan. It's not come from Fab. It's not come from Simon Phillips or Matt Law. So how true is it? All right. The fact is, it is true. It is true what they've done. But whether the add-ons have been included in that initial bid, I don't know. But they know they're going to put down 150. And however that deal is structured, I think it's all been agreed. I think Dortmund are playing a pantomime right now, and they're deciding on who they would want to get.
That's what I'm hoping.
It might be someone else that's holding it back. If you think about it.
And some Borussia Dortmund business too, because they don't want the whole market to know they just landed
back, not
that
Chelsea.
money.
It's Dortmund because if they get that much money, then any player they go for. If they're looking at Chiesa, which is what I've heard, all right, and they've just invested, and they got 150 million. They're going to want what 100
I
million
still
plus.
That price jumps. Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know how these broke boys Dortmund are even thinking about Chiesa. I mean, that
Didn't
could
they reject
only
the
be
With
done
150
through
mil in
Haaland.
their pocket, bro.
Didn't they
Yeah,
reject a bid
exactly,
from us
man.
over Chiesa for
They
100
could
million?
never look at the player like that without Haaland money.
Exactly.
Didn't they reject a bid
Never.
for Chiesa from us for 100 million? How are they possibly going to get him off of Juve then?
I don't know, man. Dortmund are stupid, man. Fuck them. But,
He hates Dortmund, but no, it's like it would make sense though, except for the fact that doesn't Juve have them on like a loan? Don't they have him on like a loan?
Yeah,
And then like
2-year loan deal with an obligation to buy.
yeah, exactly. No,
They will not sell that player. I'm telling you now. There's no
Absolutely
way.
not.
never, ever.
Again, they rejected a £100 million official bid from us. There is no way in hell. No way in hell.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man. But like I keep saying to you, if we don't hear any activity by the end of this week or the start of next, then just prepare yourselves. That's what I'm saying. I hope it does.
Danny
I'm
Ings
still
incoming.
confident we can get it done, but just it's going to be a killer. It's going to hurt.
Danny Ings
Because at
not
the
too
end of the
bad,
day,
man.
the
No,
signing
I
of
wouldn't be upset with that.
the thing with this deal, right, is it's not only big for Chelsea, but it's big for world football, right? When you think about Messi and Ronaldo, right, being the big top two, after them is Haaland and Mbappe. Yeah, they're the next two upcoming guys. Now, if Chelsea can manage to pull this deal off, and I think this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's now. If we don't get him now, we will not get him. I'm telling you now. So it's that serious that
100%.
we need to get him there because he
Jim,
is the next big thing. I'm telling you.
I think we can get him though later on.
I don't think so. I think
Do you know how many clubs you have to fight for to get him if you're looking to get him next
I'll
season?
explain.
Though?
Yeah, I'll explain, right?
Bayern Munich next year will be getting rid of Lewandowski because he's nearly done, isn't he? Let's be
No,
serious.
the president
Bayern
literally said the Bayern president literally said today that Lewandowski is staying, and people are assuming that he will go because of his age, bro. That guy is fitter than any other
He is, but he's
player
also
I've
old,
seen.
Bollock. They're going to be thinking ahead. This is what the Bayern Munich are going to do.
Yeah,
They're going to
but
want the
even if he drops off, the drop off is going from 41 goals to 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Haaland don't want to go Bayern.
Let me explain my point on why it
Real
needs to
Madrid
be
can't
later
afford
as
him. They
well.
want Mbappe.
Yeah, this year. I mean,
Look, right, the same reason. Listen,
Go
the
ahead,
same
declare.
reason why other clubs. The same reason why other clubs can't compete now is the same reason why we have still the edge later on, because we still have that money, right? Let's say we're working on a deal now. Let's say it doesn't work out for whatever reason. Dortmund could have a bad half a season, right? And we could come in January as well on a cheaper offer, which still makes Dortmund money. Let's say it still doesn't work then, right? So we go to next window. We still have the 130, the 150, whatever we were proposing, right? The other clubs still can't spend in next season, right? To still offer in a package, put 75 from that on the transfer, right? And the 50 or 55, whatever it's left, 60 into a package on massive wages and payoffs and that, which still other clubs can't compete as well. Yes, it makes it harder, but
Man City can. There's a number of teams next year that will go for him. I'm telling you now, no one's going for him this season because of the outstanding or crazy bid that people want, that Dortmund want for him. But next year, it's a different story. It's
but
it's
Jim,
going to be.
Dude, if he picks Man U over us, he can go.
You got to take into account the current situation of all teams. Man City are trying to get Harry Kane. If they pull that off, they are not going for Haaland.
No, but they might not get him. That's what I'm saying.
They're trying to get Mbappe as well. So again, like you said, might not get him. But if you're trying to get Mbappe and Haaland, that's literally impossible because of the wage structure. And who else you're thinking of? Man United, their wage bill is already insane. They cannot afford Haaland on their.
Yeah, but they can get rid of Pogba and bring in a Haaland next year.
But they're not an attractive project.
Wants to go.
I'm saying so they can. There's teams out there that will be able to compete next year with the current value that he will be valued at, and that's it. And so this is why I say Chelsea need to. And I know it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. But it's a job that I think we should get done. This guy is a serious. Johnny knows. Me and Johnny wanted him ages ago. We was having arguments with people on streams, and they were going, "Look after Kane." And me and him were saying, "Haaland, man." This guy is the man. I'm telling you, he is the.
That's why
Drogba and Costa combination, but better because he's a goal scorer.
Yeah.
That's why I've been against Lukaku, so we can even go for next season. I'm willing to even try mid-season next season.
They won't next season because the wages will just be too. They'll be too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, the way Jem described Mbappe and Haaland, if we have one of those, they're going to be the next two, and if we have one, we're going to be one of the top teams with that, right? Why not try each window till he actually is gone, right? Because if we pick Lukaku, we're out. But at least if we try next summer window, we try next window, we still got a chance. I still believe we have a chance.
And this is why Ings is a good option if we miss out.
Other people involved. That's what I'm saying. Not like now. This is a free run with a crazy gig.
It's not happening.
But you also have to factor in things preference as well, though. Would he want to go to us next season?
Yeah, that's true.
Because this is what I believe too. Yeah. If Haaland was dead set going to go like buy and done right now, I think there would be no more noise, right? If it was dead set done, right, we would be out. There would be no more talk about Chelsea and Haaland, right? That would have been done 2 months ago.
They would have walked away.
So the fact that there's some, we've built something. They've worked out something. There's been a lot of work, and let's say something small doesn't do it, we can pick up from where we left off and try in summer in January window. Sorry, right? And then from there,
who really sells big players in the January window, though? That's the problem.
No one.
No, but the unique situation there, you're right. But the unique situation there is that Dortmund's going to sit to lose money.
Buy him, then loan him back for the rest of that season. So at an inflated price. Yeah,
exactly what Mario said. If you offer like 120, 120, whatever, right? And they're set to lose, 25 mil to 30 mil, even 40 mil, whatever. If we gave them the 50 mil, and they're going to make that from 6 months selling him earlier, right? That's a good deal for Dortmund. Especially if their season's not looking good.
January.
They're not going to sell in January, bro.
They want 100 million, right? They want 100 million on top of their 75 that they know they're going to get next year. That is what it takes. And if you don't pay it next season, it's let's see who can get him and who's going to offer him the most money.
It's not that, right? Dortmund are in the Champions League. What if they progress and they're in the next steps? You honestly think they're going to let their best player go in January when they're in? They're not going to do it.
That's exactly what I said. If they have a bad season, the hypothetical is in the scenario that Haaland doesn't leave, right? And then come January, right? Dortmund have a choice. We can cash him in now and get more money because we're about to lose more money in a couple months' time, right?
I get what you're saying.
And we're out of the Champions League. Top four is not looking good, or maybe top four is secured, whatever. If it doesn't look that way, and even what Byron said, we can buy him and loan him for the rest of the season, and then we have him at the end. And Dortmund get what they want, we get what we want, and it works out for everyone. Because I mentioned that loan deal from now, right?
Okay, but what does that do for us this season? Because we still need a striker.
It doesn't do nothing for us, but what it does for the next 4 to 5 years is we have one of the best generational talents.
But that's all hypotheticals.
Dynasty.
That's all hypotheticals right now.
That's all we're discussing right now.
This is where you're impatient, bro. We have a young team that's going to be way better in the 3-4 years. Yeah.
Just one sec. Artem's saying Haaland wouldn't want to leave in Jan anyway. He would just wait until next summer and see who offers highest wages. His buyout clause wouldn't come into effect in January anyway, and I don't see Dortmund selling him in mid-season regardless. It would have to be now or it would have to be next summer.
Yeah, never.
Exactly.
Any January deal would be like a Pulisic deal where we buy him and then he just stays there and then we pick him up in the summer.
But that makes no sense for either party. If you think about it,
so they get more money
now.
Right. Well, we do, but we would prefer to have Haaland than any other striker now. And Dortmund will get more money than they would get if they waited till the buyout clause came into effect. So, yeah, I think it does actually work in both people's favor, or both groups' favor.
I have a question for you.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Dinishan's also saying, Roman, just pay and do not speak. Jose Maria.
My question now for the panel is, if we don't sign Haaland and we get like let's say a Kounde, Tchouameni, and Rice, is that a good transfer window for Tuchel? Or has the board just absolutely shafted him because
it's okay. It's okay because you got three choices.
We're still back to square one. We need someone to put the ball in the fucking back of the net. Like, we need a striker. Do you know what I mean? Like,
bro,
we're going to rely on Werner. We're going to give. I'm giving Werner a chance.
Havertz.
But they're not goal scorers. You know what I mean, though? It's not going to get you 25, 30 goals a season. This is what this guy brings. We need a goal scorer, someone that when you're playing games where you can't break teams down and it's 0-0, and we just need someone to take them chances when we get them, and it lands to that person. You want that to be Haaland. You don't want that to be, I don't know, a Havertz or a Werner, because potentially they might just miss it. You won't have that.
Do you know what's funny? That the amount of chances we create, I reckon we can make any striker look actually pretty good. That's the position we're in.
How many strikers have we made look bad?
Werner proved us wrong.
Listen, if we make Haaland look bad, we might as well retire on strikers, man. I'm telling you.
Listen, we made Haaland look bad. We need to stop buying strikers at that point because we failed. We have failed massively at that point.
Oh, man.
Hey,
Well,
when I
you
was
know, it's the
watching,
thing-
go on,
Go
Brian,
ahead.
sir. No, go.
Oh, well, I was going to say, like, if we just go ahead and put the money down this year, even if it goes to 175, like, and I don't know where Chelsea cap out. I would think we would not want to spend more than 150, even with add-ons. But if it ends up reaching 175, it's still completely worth it in my mind, because we're signing, like you said, a legacy player here, and we're securing our dynasty. We're securing a paradigm shift in world football. I think in terms of the ways clubs perceive us.
What everyone's missing is
I agree.
Is who owns our club. Number one, that's Roman Abramovich. Number two, he's a billionaire. Number three, he's funding this deal. He's paying all the agent fees out of his pocket, right? So that's not an issue. Rola's getting fed, Alfie's getting fed, Dortmund are getting fed. Everyone's eating good, right? Number three, Dortmund have named their price. So they've said,
have they?
175 million. Yeah, of course they have. Jans said it. Yeah, they have. It's clear as day. It's 175 million euros. That is what they value him at. They know next year he's going 75, so they can't go. If let's say you didn't have the clause next year, then you'll be talking in excess of 200 from Dortmund, all right? That they could do that, but they can't do that now because they know, and Chelsea know, that they're only going to get 75 next year. So Chelsea are in a very good position, and that's how they like to do business.
You see these comments.
Fourthly, the money that he's going to spend, the 150, right? Probably 20-25 million is going to be installments anyway, spread over a certain amount of years, right? So it doesn't detriment our club financially in our books. It's not actually a bad deal because you're getting an unbelievable talent, and 150 million for a striker of his caliber in this market is actually quite reasonable.
Yeah,
right. He's one of the best. Yeah,
he's right now. Yeah, I mean, he's in Champions League. He's the best striker by far. Harry Kane's not doing it. He's a great striker in the Premiership, but in Champions League level,
because Spurs aren't in the Champions League.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, he's really not doing it.
And I love it. I'm happy with that. And then the main thing is, right, that the price has been set. It's just a matter of time. I personally, I'll say what I think rather than what I know. Because if I say what I know, then it's like, ugh. So what I think is that the deal has been agreed, and it's a matter of when they want to announce that the official bid has been accepted, because that's when you're going to hear the official bid. You're not going to hear it any other time. So
yeah, I agree.
So Dortmund are now have been searching for who they want to move into market, but they have to be very careful who they move into market with, because the moment they move into the market, they have to do it very quietly as well and sign a player out of the blue, because the moment anyone gets whiff that they're buying a striker and attacking player, it sends red flag to say Haaland's leaving, and they don't want that. So they have to be very secret. They've all signed non-disclosure forms, so that's why everything's in secrecy.
Oba1 saying if no Haaland now, then number 1 Ings, number 2 Havertz, number 3 Broja.
If we don't sign Haaland, don't
behave yourself.
When you say that, would Ings miss the chances that Werner missed last season?
No,
but Ings also has a easier chance of being injured.
No,
that's why I want him as a sub
He's still giving you goals, though, isn't he? What is it we need at our football club at the moment?
But that's all well and good if he's out for like 6 months.
Don't forget that Dortmund are owned by shareholders. The shareholders want that money, and that money is too good to turn down. So in Roman's mind, he knows, he's been advised by Marina, Tuchel and everyone that Haaland is the final piece of the jigsaw. All right?
Do you know what?
Yes, we're buying Kounde, and we're buying a DM. That's standard, but they're not blockbuster signings, really. All right, they're doing really good deals. So Haaland is the blockbuster, and to him, he's just won the Champions League, and he wants more. He's hungry, he wants more, and he loves the club, and he's the best owner in world football, and he'll do whatever it takes to get Haaland. And I do not have any doubt whatsoever that this deal is going to get done, and I'm super excited.
Well, Johnny, do you know what? If you read in between, and I always say this about journalists, when you hear them, when you see them tweet something about a certain story, you've got to try and read in between the lines, because what they actually say isn't the full truth, right? They kind of give you a bit, and then they kind of take it away from you. This is what they do, right?
Yeah.
Now this tweet that Jan's put out, and I've been going through his comments, the tweets that he's been putting out recently. He keeps mentioning the whole crazy offer. If Chelsea put a crazy offer in, Dortmund will accept. I actually think we've put in the offer. I think we've done that.
It's gone in.
I think he's kind of telling us there.
And you know what, Jim? With that, I know.
But the fan crazy though.
I know it's 150 million is a crazy bid. Of course, it's a crazy bid. But
I
what I would say is, I commented. Alexis wrote a tweet under Jan's tweet, and I commented, and I put patience game. That's all I put. Jan didn't have to like it. He didn't have to do anything. Didn't have to interact or anything. But he liked it. Now, the fact that he liked that is to say, be patient, because there are moves being made. And that's clear as day. I don't care how you look at it. That's the way I look at it. And it's clear as day that to like patience game means be patient, because this is a very, very big deal that can get done. And that's.
But then why haven't Dortmund?
Lewis, did you just see that tag you got? Me and you got in.
Dortmund won't announce anything now.
We got tagged in saying.
But also trying to save face as well. Remember that.
Well, Chelsea they didn't use Matt Law or Simon Johnson or.
Oh, the David Fisher tweet. I saw this, but I didn't know if it was legit.
Because
is he reputable?
Wait, how legit is David Fisher? I've never heard.
That's the question.
I have not heard this deal.
This guy apparently confirmed. You know when the Hakimi stuff was going on? Yeah. He was the first person to come out after there was talks about Chelsea being interested in him, actually come out and said this ain't happening. And this was like 5 days before. Like it was bang on. Like he actually said the breakdown of what was going on and how much PSG were going to put down, and it all come in. So ever since that, everyone's like, oh, he must be quite legit. How did he know that before some of the journalists? So if you look at his retweets and that, he hasn't got the most followers, but he's got so many retweets and so many likes. Like, I don't know.
Hit us with a
I
tweet.
don't know.
He said positive talks with Dortmund, 130 plus 15 to 20 million add-ons is ready to be accepted, but Dortmund really wants to keep the situation secret. Now Dortmund are exploring the situation to look for possible signings. They've asked for both Chiesa and Demiral. Not much going on. Chelsea confident.
But that's true, isn't it? When you think about it, because they inquired about Chiesa and they inquired about Demiral. So I know you can put that together in the story.
That's what I'm saying to you. So they are trying to get their replacement before it's announced.
Yeah, but the question.
Haaland trolled yesterday because he knows
so there's
coming.
a few people saying he's decent. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, apparently he's decent. That's what I'm saying. I don't know him that well, but
I want to believe, bro.
Hang on. But the problem then becomes like, if we can't find a decent striker other than Haaland, how are Dortmund going
What was that?
to
You
find
went
one
hella
that
muffled.
Chiesa? What are they going to get? Who could they possibly
Say
get?
that again. You cut out for like half of that.
Oh, sorry. I was saying, like, if we can't get somebody decent other than Haaland, who can they possibly get?
Then we pray.
They're on a different market.
They're going to sign Chiesa and play him in the Sancho position, and then move Marlon into striker.
How big a Chiesa would be?
Guys, Dortmund know they can't replace the players that they bring through. They're a feeder club. So what they do is they look and buy the up-and-coming talents that are possibly out there, and they make them something out of nothing. That's what they do. They won't go and try and find a Haaland. There's no Haaland out there, is there? Think about it. Like,
that's why they're in a different market. They're looking for hidden gems.
Chiesa is quite a high-profile signing for them, in my opinion.
Chiesa's not going to Dortmund. He's not.
And I don't think they'll get him or go for him, but I think they're definitely looking at an unknown or someone who's sort of
why
under
don't
the
they go and
radar.
get Isaac? Why don't they go and get Isaac? Or someone like that.
They might do. They might do.
They've got a short list all the time. Or something like that.
They might do that.
Yeah.
Why would Chiesa leave Juventus for Dortmund? That's kind of crazy in itself.
Nothing.
That's a sideways step.
Yeah, it's not a real
backward step, if you ask me.
Because Dortmund has no ambition to win the league, and Juve always want to compete for their league, so it's a backward step.
Yeah, but Chiesa's
Yeah.
not like one of their big game players. He's only had amazing Euros. He's on loan, remember? They never bought him.
They're going to.
Loan with an obligation, though.
Yeah, but the Fiorentina can sell him if they want.
They can't really if it's an obligation, bro.
Yeah, it's an
And they don't want to burn their relation against Juventus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in other words, Juve they would have to buy him off Juve for the price that the clause is set.
By fire, by force. Yep.
Yeah, potentially, right? So what's his clause?
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, but Johnny, end of the day, Chiesa's going to pick Juventus over Dortmund.
Well, he might if he's getting first team football. He's the main man.
Yeah.
He's
And
not the main
Juventus
man.
are in.
Man, it's not happening.
It would be totally, out of like profile for Dortmund to go splash the money they just made on some like-for-like signing. They're going to go like we were saying.
Yeah, but his clause. What's Juve agreed to pay? Let's check that because it might not be as much as everyone thinks. If it's a lot of money, then forget it. It's not happening. But if it's something like 40
probably won't be. It probably won't be due to he wasn't really. Wait one sec. Let me see.
Look, at the same time, Dortmund aren't paying overs for anyone. They're looking for good deals. That's what they're all about. So I'd rather sit on the money and be safe till next season, or find some good price players that they can make more money on.
I think it's about 50 million euros.
Yeah, that's
40
not,
plus 10.
That's not a lot, man. That's not a lot of money, and they're going to bag 100. They're going to bag 125 mil.
They're not selling him though. To bag 125. They're not looking to sell.
No, I know, but if they put the money on the table with Juventus might consider it.
No, he's seen as valuable now. Yeah.
He's seen as untouchable. That was Fab's word.
Yeah, they're seen as valuable.
And again, they rejected a bid from us for 100 million. Why would they accept for 50?
We never bid for Chiesa, man.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't bid for Chiesa.
I can.
Don't listen.
Somebody
We never
pull
bid.
up
It was interested. There was a difference.
We never bid. We never bid.
Hey, Jim, you
We
know from
sounded- we
TFT, you know
sounded
exactly
out,
what the
an
difference is.
inquiry.
It's different.
An inquiry is different to a bid. A whole different.
It's the
situation.
same thing.
It's
But
not
you
the
floated
same
him out.
thing. It's not the same thing. You inquire: is this player for sale? Is there room for Is there room to talk? And if they say no, you walk away. That's it. You don't put in a bid if they say that. So it's not a bid.
Okay, so if we, okay, fine.
Like no one emailed the lawyers.
An inquiry is not a bid or an offer. You got to understand. You got to distinguish the difference between the two. See,
the good example here is if
Chelsea didn't inquire with Dortmund, they actually put in two offers. They put the first offer, which is with Tammy and potentially Odoi, all right, declined. All right. Then they put in the offer, the 130 million, and with the add-ons, and I think it's been accepted. So, I mean, that's a bid. That's not inquiring. Inquiring is just picking up the phone and talking.
But Johnny, if I call you up and I say, "Hey, I want this. Are you considering selling this player?" I might consider parting with X amount of money for him. In that one breath, you've made an inquiry and an offer.
Yeah, but you don't know if they made the offer. They might. Listen,
well, it's reported that the offer was made, so that's why I don't know.
Yeah. But listen,
over again saying just sign the goalkeeper, Bettinelli. We move in silence.
Hey, Lewis, we've been going for about 3 hours. How long
The
more are we going to go for?
Kounde move that's also backing that too, bro. So to be honest, I kind of believe the move in silence FC lot now a bit more.
Yeah,
because I'm not going to see it with my eyes.
We're the assassins, bro. So we are.
Lewis is either that or we're so distracted on Haaland that any other moves are blind to us.
I forgot to mention
Literally,
a
bro.
guy that DM'd me something, right? He DM'd me all he I don't know how he done it, all right, but he tracked Roman Abramovich's yacht. Right, and his yacht.
Not surprised.
You can use software to get that, and I've got the tweet. I bookmarked it. I should retweet it. And well, I did retweet it, but no one paid attention. But
I did, Johnny.
Did you? Did you saw it? So
the pictures of the tracks of the boat numbers,
and where Haaland is. And where
Haaland is and where he went, but I thought at the same time I thought that might be fake as well.
Nah,
or just coincidence.
Because it's no coincidence. Roman Abramovich, that's the way he moves. He had models on his yacht. He had Modric on his yacht. Let's have it right. So don't think for 1 second that Alfie and Erling were sitting on that yacht.
Yeah, when Roman Abramovich does deals, it's usually when he's on his yacht. He probably goes, right, I'm going over there. Come and get on my yacht.
No one can see you. You're in the middle of the sea.
Hey,
Very
Johnny's
007 criminal.
I saw that tweet and I thought it might be fake, but if it's 100% true, then that guy that posted it might be onto something, because it was when Haaland was in Mykonos, which he showed.
Correct.
Yeah,
and he showed Abramovich was he wasn't in Greece, but he was in the sea, literally right by Mykonos.
Yeah, and he boarded as well.
There. Yeah, so like there's no, and this was quite a while back actually. This was maybe, I think you might have said it a month ago. When was Haaland on holiday? He was on holiday about a month ago.
It was about a month ago, yeah.
So a month ago, and look how quickly the deal's moving. The deals. Listen, Chelsea have been working on this for a long time, right? And we've managed to get this moving quickly. We're not Man
Do you guys think we've sealed Erling Haaland already? Because that's what Dinishan's saying. He thinks we've sealed Haaland already, and now we've moved to Kounde.
But then why isn't it announced though?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. When we signed Havertz last season,
same thing. Bang on,
and it got
bang on,
announced, we actually agreed it a week or 2 weeks before. It was already done. It was only just the announcement that that I think Leverkusen wanted us to do at a certain time because they were trying to replace him, right?
Yeah.
and that might be the same situation. I'm not saying that's what's happening with Haaland, but that might be the same situation, and that's how Chelsea move in the window. They move like that. Marina moves like that. That's how.
That's
Look at the
fair.
they
But,
use.
but don't you think any big journalist wouldn't know that it would be done and then they would share it?
No,
they wouldn't.
That's how secretive we are. I don't think they do. I really don't. And if they do know, they're being told that they can't say fuck all, and that's the truth. You know.
And the big reason for that is Dortmund want to buy players. Now, if everyone knows they got money, they're going to charge them a premium. And plus, we might have it's going to be a domino effect. We might have Tammy already linked, and we might have that deal done. We're just waiting for Dortmund to seal some deal, and then it's just in 1 week you're going to hear 3 transfers all linked to us. Big domino effect.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on that train. I think because how could we be talking about Haaland for so long if there was nothing there?
Yeah, no journalist has actually said that this deal is completely
Saga of the summer. It's like the Havertz one last year. We still talk about it.
But it adds a build-up, doesn't it? It adds a build-up.
It will be the biggest signing in Premier League history, in my eyes, because no Premier League club has signed a player over 100 million and of this caliber, other than when Man United got Ronaldo. But then they didn't even know that he was going to become the Ronaldo that he was at Man United anyway. But with Haaland, we're already putting him as one of the best in world football already. So it's it's going to be huge.
So if we do sign Haaland, we're going to start. If he does reach the levels, where are we going to start ranking this kid on the Premier League scale? Because if he continues scoring like this, he could possibly get past Drogba within 3-4
records.
years.
I'm telling you now, he will break records, Premier League records.
Which one?
Chelsea records. I think he's
He'll break youth player records. He'll break young player records for one at the start.
Oh yeah, he will. Yeah.
Martinez, Minerals FC.
It won young player of the league or the season. Sorry.
Oh,
Whether he breaks Frank Lampard's record determines how long he stays at our club. That's the only thing I would say.
He's not breaking Frank's record. I see him staying for 5 years and then bouncing.
Yeah, if he stays at Chelsea, maybe. If he doesn't, nah.
Oh, if he stays,
career here, yeah.
You guys got to take into account in 5 years, if we're one of the best clubs in Europe, there's not much places you can go.
If we are one of the best,
but he'll also feel like he's achieved everything he has to achieve.
Yeah. He want to go to his dream club, and from what I'm being told, that's Real Madrid, like most. So we'll see.
Well, if Real Madrid are like some sort of they are already a shadow of themselves. I don't understand how their financial situation is going to get better. I don't think Spanish football is in a healthy place. True, but that's not where they're getting their funding. And global markets and everything. you know, it's not. I don't know where they're going to get this free
Wait till
money from anymore.
Ancelotti gets the best out of Eden Hazard, then we're all screwed.
I wanted Belotti, man. Back in the day, I wanted Belotti.
Any player that signs to Chelsea, even the Hazards, you look at Willian now, the fatty at Arsenal. Yeah, they all get an emotional. They all get an emotional attachment to our football club, and as soon as they leave, they're like, you know, it's like when you fall out with your lover, you know, and you get fat.
So
like,
true.
Jim, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Havertz now.
It's too accurate.
Havertz has an emotional attachment to the club. Went scoring the Champions League final, winning goal.
Yes.
Right, whether you like it or not, he's got an attachment to Chelsea Football Club. It's his dream to win Champions League, and he won it his first year with Chelsea, and he's at home there. Haaland will be the same situation. He will love the club. Everyone who plays for Chelsea, even if you've only played there for 6 months or a year, they love the club, man.
Blue blood, bruv.
Yeah,
it's also when you got a player like Haaland with his personality, the fans will love him. And that's what makes him love the club even more.
His mentality is ready. He's made for me. Yeah. He is made for the Premier League. His mentality, he's everything about him.
Tony Mount loves him, man. He spoke on him. Loves him. Loves Haaland. He wants Money Mace to play with. He wants Money Mace to play with Haaland.
Hey, Johnny, you're giving up your sources, mate.
Huh?
You're giving up your sources now.
No.
Oh, we might have figured it out. It's Tony Mount giving you the news. Love it.
Oh, there we go.
He's idol Zlatan.
I knew Johnny would come out soon.
Yeah, he's idol Zlatan Ibrahimovic. You know that.
He plays like keeper.
Look at the way he is. He reminds me of him in many ways, in his actions and the way he talks. When he talks to the after the games, he's so just straight to the point. He's just like, yeah, and what? Yeah, I know. He's so funny, man. I swear. I hope we get him. I really do.
It's done, mate. It's done. Listen, someone asked my Twitter, Minerals FC. That's my Twitter. There you go.
Yeah, come on, man. Everyone's Twitter's in the bottom as well, so check it out and smash the like and subscribe.
You know where I am anyway. I'm sure anyway.
Yeah, DNA TV, you know I can leave that in the bottom as well. 1 second. But yeah, anyone got any other final thoughts? We wrap up the stream anyway.
Just on the
the guy Havertz song is amazing.
Fabrizio said that we contacted Varane, but then after the Champions League final, we decided that it wasn't a priority and we didn't want him. And then we let United get him, and then we go for
Varane's ass, man. Varane's ass.
No, but come on, man. We will take Varane over Kounde.
No.
Whoa.
Varane's a little brother,
bro.
Quality of Euros.
No way.
Hey, Lewis, come on, man.
AC's clear, bruv.
I'll tell you why.
Right. Guys, Gem, come on, man.
I'll tell you why. I'll give you a reason why. But he's a part of it, and he's a part of it as well, as much as you put him up as well. If you look at where Chelsea are at the moment in terms of the squad, the manager, everything that's going on at Chelsea is it's a young foundation. All these players, our average age is in the early 20s for the players that we've currently got there. You bring in a Varane, that type of player, I don't think that's the type of player Chelsea need right now. The players that Chelsea are looking at are talented players. Look at the players we signed last season. Havertz, one of the best, at the time, in the Bundesliga. Werner Wright's 24. Forget that. Ziyech is slightly older. But Mendy, Thiago Silva was brought in for experience, right? But as a rule, the way we're moving as a club is because we're building for the future. Varane is 27. He's injury prone. And he's won things. He suits Man United. Where Man United are at the moment and what they want and where they want to get to, he fits their bill. Like everything there. They couldn't. I don't think a Kounde would suit them. I think a Varane makes sense with them if you look at their squad. When you look at our squad, a Kounde makes sense. Do you know what I mean? It just makes sense in every way. System, the way we want to play, under
and
two.
United are in the
elevates them. There's a lot of things. And this is why we need to understand that.
Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah, he is going to play right centre back as well, and that's Aspilicueta's position. So for someone that's aging, it's a good replacement.
And his versatility is next to none. He's a very good. I'm not saying he's world class. He's not. He's a top player, and if we can get him for what we're getting him at, for me, it's a bargain. I really think
25 million. Fuck it now.
He's trust me. He's worth it. He's worth it because of his versatility and what he brings to the team, especially in this system. I hope he really shows us.
The system more than Varane,
yeah, he does. He does suit the system more. And plus, Varane's injury prone, man. We're gonna, he's going to come in. Come on. And the other thing with Varane, right? And this is the thing with Varane. He is a top defender. I'm not saying he's not. Yeah. I just can't get it when people come to me and tell me that he's an elite defender. For me, he's not an elite defender. He's a top defender. He was in the team. Well, no, he was in a Real Madrid team, right, which had Sergio Ramos next to him, Toni Kroos and Modric in their prime, and Cristiano Ronaldo at his best up front. He was playing in the best teams, and I'm not knocking him for it, but he was playing in a team that was full of Marcelo, one of the best left backs in the world at one point, full of talent. He's now going to a Manchester United team where he's got AWB to his right, Fred and McTominay in front of him. He's going to have to step up. You know, he's going to have to step up now. So we're really going to see what this guy is about. You know,
he's gone from being a backup now in the defense to being the number one defender in the back line. So that's a big
exactly. But he's got to step up to it. And if he can do that and help them win a major trophy, then I will sit here and say, yeah, fine, maybe there it is.
Marcus Bettinelli is Chelsea's first signing of the summer. Good replacement for Caballero. Joins as a free agent. Next one will cost a bit more. Okay, so that's another one of those little hints. But that could be Erling Haaland, or that could be a DM too.
Yeah, because 24. Yeah. Oh my god.
Or Kounde.
No, next one. Yeah, or Kounde. Yeah, that doesn't really mean anything about being Haaland. It could be Haaland.
Yeah, but they said the next two, didn't they? The next two big
signings. Next one.
Well, someone else is saying next two on Twitter as well. I've seen next two big signings.
Yeah, I think Nazar said 2 more signings will come after Kounde.
Who said
a
that?
DM and a striker.
Yeah.
That is it. That's all.
Oh yeah, DM and striker. That makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, can I say something real quick? Did you see Rob Holding say we're still rivals when he compared Arsenal and Chelsea?
It's Rob Holding. Who's going to listen to him?
No, but listen to this. Chelsea are a competitive rival for us. We don't aspire to beat them, and I don't think they aspire to beat us. Obviously, I don't think there's a mutual.
Holding. Who the hell is Rob Holding?
He's losing his job.
It's just a disrespect on our names. We are European champions.
Arsenal finished 8th twice in 2
That's
seasons.
what I'm saying.
Who cares? It's
them even talking to us is funny.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
They are at London.
They're
at London rivals, and that's it. They're not actual rivals for top 4 or fucking trophies or anything.
At the moment, they're in the same level as Fulham.
Yeah.
They're Fulham.
Similar vibes. Similar vibes.
Oh, but remember, they didn't get relegated ever. Ooh.
I might go down to their stadium again and take a picture next to their blooming statue and just wind them up when we win the when we win the Premier League.
Come on, man! You'll catch another Rona variant if you go there.
Yeah, I know. Trust me.
Oh my god!
I got so much hate from them, man. So much hate from Arsenal fans after that.
Trust me, man. I don't remember you saw last season, but I took a photo on top of their cannon and I got rinsed by Chelsea and Arsenal fans simultaneously. It's glorious, though. I'm here for the minute.
We love it. That's what it's about. Yeah, we love it.
Great content. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mario.
Guess what? If we smack Arsenal at the Emirates in a few weeks' time, I'm gonna do it again, just because I want to get all the.
I got told I was a weirdo, right? I was at a pub literally next door to the stadium. I didn't travel to their stadium. I was there, right? So we couldn't find a pub to book into, and we went there. I watched it. I said, if we win, we've got to go up to the stadium. It's next door to us, and we'll just go and celebrate up next to the statue. All right? I had people messaging me saying, "You're a weirdo. You just won the Champions League, and the first thing you think of is going to Arsenal and taking a picture on their statue." I was like, nah, I was there, mate. I was 2 minutes down the road, and I was there for 2 minutes. Literally, it was a quick 2-minute video, and I jumped back in my car, and I drove all the way. Lewis knows, 'cause I was talking to him that night. I drove all the way down to the bridge. I was celebrating down there with the rest of it.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit their narrative. But that's it.
DT Salt was the best thing about that. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
What was?
Yeah, DT come out. He called
DT Salt. Just oh, it was so funny.
Yeah, you had DT Flex. I remember Babs was fuming that night. I was on
Why do you
Twitter.
let me? Because I wanted to talk to Babs, and I see him on your channel all the time. I just want to wind him up. Just be like, "Did you like my picture on the statue, mate?"
I might do an open Q&A on Shameless at one point. That might be
get
it. Get a few people on because I've been thinking of changing things up a bit for the summer streams.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, do it. I'm on it. I want to wind Babs up, man.
Yeah, I might see if they're on doing that on Friday or something. I'll let you guys know anyway. But yeah, anyone got any other final thoughts so we wrap up the stream?
Bring Kounde home and bring Haaland with him.
Yeah, in this whole thing, Jem and Johnny have convinced me that we've signed Haaland already.
Don't listen.
Yeah, I listened to Johnny for about 10 minutes on Haaland. Made me order the shirt already.
There's
like he's already won the Golden Boot at our club.
I have also said on the stream, be mentally prepared that if we don't hear anything next week, that we might not get him. So just remember that. I wasn't just always that positive.
No worries, man. I'm already ready and prepared.
Lukaku, we move. Exactly. Lukaku, we move.
Just play Christensen up front, isn't it, Lewis? He'll bang in a hat-trick.
Leave Lukaku there, mate. Leave him there.
Hold-up play would last. Just saying. I think it would work. Just saying.
Can I say one final point real quick?
Go for it, bro.
When it comes to Jim and Lewis, you two have, along with everybody at the Football Terrace and all the Chelsea channels, I love you guys so much, and I'm just very happy I got to come on here today and just have a fucking chat with you.
No worries, man.
We appreciate you, man.
Hey, bro, you're always welcome on, man. Anytime.
Make sure you study him out, bro. Just study him out. Yeah?
Hey, they ain't that special.
Johnny, what did you just say?
I said, take a few days off work and just watch Mason Mount. Just study.
I go to school. What? 6 goals in 30-something appearances. Come on, man.
16 hours at a time.
Let's have it right. Have it right. He's beaten Lampard's stats, same age, same number of games. So let's have it right.
6 goals. We don't have time. We don't have time. 6 goals. We gotta get out of here.
His total goals, 17 goals. 18 goals, 17 assists. Better than Lampard. Let's have it right.
Johnny, I do need your help though. I've just started FIFA career mode, and AC Milan have offered 57 million for Mount. Right?
Tell him to go do one, mate. Yeah.
My negotiator's saying I can get 80 million for him though.
No. He's worth 300, mate. He's worth 300.
Is he more than
Haaland? But he better ball out for me this season.
He's going to ball out. Don't worry, man. But your most consistent player.
Is he more than Haaland, Johnny?
Oh, of course he is.
Be sensible.
End it.
Somebody stop.
Listen. You can give me Haaland, Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo. I still wouldn't sell man. That's how he's proper Chelsea. He stays with us. He's going to be with us for his whole career. All right.
I try and defend you, Johnny, but sometimes you are undefendable, mate. I promise you that.
I can defend myself. I got enough minerals, Shem. Don't worry about it, man.
Wait, Johnny, what if it got down to either selling Christensen or Mason Mount?
I'd have to sell Christensen, bruv. Sorry.
Yeah. Lewis, what would you do then? Lewis, what would you do? Christensen or Mason Mount? Who are you selling?
I can't lie. It's a bit techie for Mason still.
Okay, here's the problem. Reece James or Mason Mount.
Listen to him.
You can't say all the straight face.
I don't even want to say it because I don't want to sell money, Mace, but it is what it is, man.
You're looking to sell it on FIFA, Lewis. I bet you got Christensen, bro.
Of course, man. Who do you think's captaining us at Old Trafford right now?
Fucking hell. Zero leadership ability on FIFA, yeah? I'm assuming.
You must be mad. 99. If anything, he's the first player to have 100. That's only because John Terry's retired.
No,
but yeah, we got to end the stream here anyway. Big up everyone that's been locked in 3 and nearly a half hours. You do love to see it. We'll be back tomorrow for some other transfer news. We'll probably talk about Haaland for another hour and a half.
Yeah.
Or we'll just talk about other transfer news. God knows. But yeah,
Kounde might be signed back tomorrow. Anyway,
hey, this is like an intervention. We need to talk about Haaland and that. Talk about our problems and shit.
We talk anything else other than Haaland? I feel like it's like
Tammy Abraham.
I had one day without talking about Haaland, and then more news came up, and then we had to start.
Danish Bramble, yes, Chelsea Ranger. That's what I want to see.
Jamie,
big up you, man.
You're my guy, but I will time you out.
Big up you.
He's bringing his minerals to the chat, man. He's bringing his minerals to the chat, bro.
That is poor from you.
Georgina,
but yeah, we're going to leave you with a photo of the Mank Zidane. Take care, like, subscribe, and as always, up the Chels.
I'm